and the coaches don't coach for that.
Hey, it's the Bennington Show. I'm Ron Bennington. There's Gail Bennington.
Yo.
And I am Ron Bennington. Look who just dropped in to see us.
Oh, my God.
Newly shaved and handsome Bert Kreischer. How are you, buddy?
I'm so fantastic.
We, every time I get around Bert, I try to talk baseball with him immediately. Because he's a real fucking player.
He's a real
People don't know.
Yeah.
He's a real fucking ball player. If you can play ball in Florida, you can play ball. That's my own opinion. Now, you saying that your kid had a...
My daughter's got a beautiful swing. Left-handed, but she wants to. The problem with sports these days, in my opinion, is she wants to hit both ways. She likes she's a switch hitter, legit, and coaches don't give a shit about that. They're like 10 swings, that's all you get. When I was a kid, we'd spend all day on the baseball field,
right?
And so 10 swings. And so she can never really focus on both. And I'm not home enough to work on her swing, but man, it is gorgeous, like perfect.
Let her just get out there and just jerk it, just fucking, you know what I mean? Like, never stop a kid from swinging hard.
That they go, oh, you're swinging for the fences. That's something also.
Right.
Like those are called Babe Ruth, Barry Bonds. Those guys did that too. Her swing, she connected with one ball and jacked it this year. And everyone was like, where was that all season? And I go, it was there the whole time.
Yeah, right.
It was there the whole, she is.
Yeah.
But that's what she lives like me, like very impulsive.
Right.
Very like you know Mios that you put in your drinks?
Yeah.
She's loads it up with Mios. You can tell because her lip will be all purple and you're like, Isla. She was crying this year on the, right day before Christmas. She was like right by the doors on the ground crying, and my wife gets down on the ground with her and goes, what's wrong? She goes, I think I made the naughty list. Leanne's like, why? She goes, here's my question. Does Santa look at the whole year or the past 2 months?
Yeah, it's the past 2 months, honey. It's the past 2 months. Gail's brother used to worry about that, like Santa Claus and stuff, and he was like real nervous one year. He was like, I don't know, what, 3 or 4?
Yeah.
And I go like this, fuck Santa Claus. I go, if he doesn't show up, I'm going to get you everything, man. Trust me. And he was like, oh, okay.
Okay,
so
great.
I don't care if I'm in with Santa as long as I get to shit.
Yeah. My oldest is 12, still believes in Santa.
Oh, that's sweet.
Thinking about introducing her to Jesus Christ.
Keep it going. Give her a promise ring. We're on our way.
Dude, my ex-girlfriend in college lost her virginity, and that night her dad gave her a promise ring.
Oh, my God.
No.
She was like, it still fucks me up. It still fucks me up.
That night. This is our promise ring. We're keeping that.
That night. Oh.
Does this also forgive you of sins?
No,
this ring? Or?
no. It's not like
okay.
a Catholic thing. It's a proddy.
Yeah.
They can't get out of sins the way we can. But that promise ring thing is like one of the grossest things that you can ever do.
That's creepy.
It's really creepy. Like the dad-daughter shared promise ring.
Yeah.
Blech.
Yeah. There's not
really
a
creeps me
promise
out.
ring from your mom.
No.
They don't have that for drugs.
No.
Like, I would like that.
Yeah.
Like, I got high last night, and I had the most, I gotta be honest with you, and I know this is irresponsible. If you're under 18 years old, don't smoke pot. I think it fractures your brain. But if you're of age, these kids came to my show at the Stress Factory, lit a joint out on the patio, and it started snowing. And I went,
It's magic.
It's magic. And then I was like, I could only see it from 10 feet above me because of the lights. And I was like, it's coming out of nowhere. and then I was calling my family. And at one point I go, I got to call you guys back. I'm so high. I got to watch it snow. And I just said, cause I'm a Florida kid. And I was like, this is amazing. Like landing in your mouth and melting on your face. It was the greatest thing I've ever done. But I don't want my kids to do it.
No, let them have those wonderful experiences.
Let them just enjoy snow as is.
We're going to
The
London.
miracle.
We're going to London in February. By the way, I'm a hog with conversation, so shut me up. But we're going to London in February, and my daughters are like, I hope it snows. I was like, oh, I hope it does too. And then in my back of my head, I'm like, hope someone has weed. I don't really enjoy it.
That's the funniest shit, though. It's true that when you're not, or like people who live where it snows hate it, but people who don't just feel like something magic has happened.
Growing up in Florida, I was obsessed with it. Obsessed with the idea of snow. Just like anytime I went up to visit my grandparents. I was like, is it a possibility? Like, I was really obsessed with, and even more so than snow, I was upset about missing fall. Like, I thought fall was so like all like movies that took place where kids are going back to school and and I was like, what?
You're just like me. You're identical because your family was in Philly, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's just like me. My mom's whole family is Philly, and I grew up in Tampa. And it was like,
we're the same person.
Do you remember when you were a kid and it would get so cold that the sprinklers went off, but the grass would freeze?
That's
the closest we got.
Yeah. Or like if it was cold enough that you could have like put on the one sweater you own, and you're like, this is incredible. It's really cold.
I got a members only jacket in like 4th grade, and I was like, shit, man, I got a jacket. Like, I never needed a jacket before.
Yeah. I had a crush on a boy in elementary school who wore a leather jacket every day.
Where did you go to elementary school?
I went to elementary school in, I guess it was like, not St. Petersburg, but what area was that?
Oh, like fucking Largo or something?
Yeah, in that area. Yeah.
It was a little private school.
Yeah.
It was her in the Home Shopping Channel, kids.
I just saw that movie, Joy.
Yeah.
That was fucking amazing. I cried like twice.
Did you really? You wanted to be part of that life?
Hardcore.
Yeah.
Dude, I still think I'd be good at Home Shopping Network. It's a real hosting job.
You can't let it down for a second.
It's
and
like
you're measured constantly there.
keeping a feather up in the air with a fan. Like, I would love to try that. I always think when I go to the Tampa Improv that they'd let me go do that for a day.
Right.
But I guess people's money is online.
Yeah, they don't fuck around with money, but it's real old school carny work. You know what I mean? Like, there was, well, you know, even on the boardwalks, Ed McMahon used to sell dicers and shit.
Ed McMahon's a Philly guy.
Yeah. And that's what he did. He'd be down at the Atlantic City boardwalk, and he would just sell stuff all day long as people walk by. And, you know, you called people in. But there was a guy in Union Square. Do you remember that dude?
The peeler guy?
Yeah. Guess what? He had a beautiful fucking apartment on the Upper East Side.
Holy shit.
And went down and sold potato peelers every fucking day.
Did very well for himself.
Yeah. But somebody told me that he was banging an old lady up there. And I'm like, well, that's part of the sales gimmick, too.
All right, here's my pitch. Yeah. So I'm sitting out in Clearwater Beach this last June. My buddy's a big movie producer. His family's with my family. We're sitting out there, and I can't figure out where my life's going. And I go, I don't get it. Like, what am I doing? And he said, your problem is you have big goals. What if you had a small goal? What if you taco trucked your life? What if you said to yourself, right now I'm trying to be a global comedian. He goes, what if you just said, where do I want to live? Let me make that money there. And he goes, where do you want to live? I was like, Key West, no questions asked. He goes, what if you just said, let me do all my media in Key West, entertain Key West and the surrounding areas and make my money out of there? And I was like, that's what I'm fucking talking about. Then he says, now where do you really want to live? And I was like, fucking Cuba. I want to go to Cuba. Like, what am I doing in this world? Like, I'm flying to New York. I'm flying to New York to hang out with I'm living my dream from a guy that lived 20 miles from me as a child. Like, but like, what are we doing? Like, why don't we do this in Cuba or Sierra Leone? Or like, like, why don't we fucking, like, taco truck our lives? That's where my head's at right now. I'm like,
so he's just saying, keep it small, live the life you want to live first before you worry about any other goals.
Yeah, because here I am hustling to make as much money as I do, but in a place where LA, where it's through the roof. Everything costs so expensive. So like, what if you just downsize it? Like, how bad would fucking Fargo be?
Right.
You know, if that could be your dream, if you liked ice fishing.
Well, what keeps you in LA? What is it about LA that you want to keep your home base there?
Dream of a sitcom.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it. And I'm doing it this year. After that, I think I'm done.
Yeah.
I mean, but my kids have a life there.
Right.
You know, my wife has a life there.
Up, yeah.
So it's like we're bought in and our mortgage is really cheap. Like, it's cheaper than anywhere else we could live because my wife's smart. And then I don't know. What the fuck am I doing in LA? You know, like, but then I couldn't live in New York again. I couldn't do this. I don't know. I can't believe you did this.
Yeah.
Like, I could not relocate to New York. I'd lose my mind.
I'm just the opposite.
Really?
I fucking think it saved my life. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I think the energy is what saved my life. And the anonymity to go from a place where, you know, it was all on you to, I could just fucking go out and be and do shows and shit without being a big fucking deal about it. You know what I mean? It's such a pain in the ass.
I like the big deal part.
Yeah, I know.
That's why I like Key West.
You want to be a big fish.
Bird, what's up? And I'm like, I want to be a big fish. I want to be a big fish.
There's an enormous fucking killer whale.
I want to be a big fish. That's what it is. Oh, that's exactly what it is.
I love Key West too, though, man. You know, it gets a little weirder every year, though. You know, like a little more.
Time passes
civilized.
really strange there.
I know.
Like I like it there a lot, and I think it's like one of the most unique places to go in the country.
Yeah.
But it's a definite strange existence. Like it's not Florida; it's its own weird thing.
Oh no, it's not Florida.
No. They don't even consider themselves Floridians. They're conchs.
Yeah.
They're like something totally different.
Yeah, they are. They're their own fucking thing. And like, even if you live there for years, you're not a real conch. They'll call you a freshwater conch or some shit. You know, they have a fucking special, like, guys, come to dinner for 20, but if you weren't born there. But what I love about it is everybody has like 2 or 3 chill jobs. You know what I mean? Like they do something in the morning for a couple hours. They do something in the afternoon, and Saturday nights they're bartend. Like everyone just does enough to be there.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, I love to just ride a moped around.
Yeah.
Have a hammock.
Yeah, it's fucking
pass
great.
Out my hammock in the afternoon after a couple margaritas.
The cruise ships have changed it a little bit, though, you know, because
That's like a drop-off point.
Yeah, that's always a bad fucking deal, because it used to be, and I mean, like, even like in the early 80s, there was still siestas and shit, man. There was still people there, like, we're shutting down for a couple hours, let everybody chill out.
I wish I had seen the Florida you saw.
Yeah.
That's the Florida.
Yeah.
That's the Florida that matured into what it is today, where everyone goes, oh, Florida man, you know, but like, that was all the uncles that moved down that wanted bartending jobs that weren't cool with New Jersey and then started a life there. Like that was, I missed that Florida.
Yeah, me too, where like there literally would be like the fucking alligator things instead of Disney, you know? That was always, I mean, there's still places, go look for them, but that's the old school fucking Florida, like, where like we got 50 alligators, come on in.
Yeah,
you know?
What's
just like selling baby alligators and boiled peanuts on the side of the road.
What was the name of that? Did you watch that Netflix documentary, or not documentary, TV show? Not Blue Bloods.
Bloodline? Yeah, Bloodline. That's
Bloodline.
It. Yeah,
I did.
I watched the first season.
I did too. Did you find any connection with your spirit in those people? Of that, like, white trashedness, but have money, but white trashedness.
Right.
Like, it's, my parents, my dad was a lawyer, Fuentes and Chrysler on Bush Boulevard. Still there. But my dad was a lawyer, and, like, we had money, but we were still white trash. We lived in Lutz, and it was like, we had no furniture in our house, but we bought a house. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
Like, we built a house, but we had no furniture in it. And so, like, I love that series. It was so fucking great.
Yeah, and having money down there is a very different scene. Like, especially if you, like, come to New York and you're like, oh, that means something so different here.
Right.
Like, that is a different type of person.
If you have money in Florida, you have a golf cart.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
You said, what did you say? You go, I know so many guys without fingers in Florida.
There was like anytime I would do gigs and shit, because Diaz had a real fucking, he would be skeevy about shaking anybody's hand who was missing a finger. And every time we'd be out doing gigs, I'd be like, oh, come over, I want you to meet Ron Diaz. Because the guy was missing a finger. And every time he'd be like, oh! But that's just the fucking thing, that things come up and you end up losing your fingers down
You want
there.
to hear a great Florida story? Not that I don't mean to isolate listeners, but
go ahead.
But like, so high school, my buddy Sal Carinate lived on the Hillsborough River. And so we're going skiing one day, and we're going up the Hillsborough River, going up really looking for glassy water. And we run up on, not Traficante, Joe Redner's house.
Sure.
Joe Redner lived on the Hillsborough River. Yeah. We drive the boat by, and we saw these girls naked out there waving, and we're like, Joe Redner owned Mons Venus. Joey Redner now is my age, just a very successful businessman in Florida, but his dad owned Mons Venus, and we see Joe Redner's house. We're like 17 years old. We couldn't even get into Mons Venus. Yeah. And we like park the boat up on his dock. We get off, and they just start giving us beers, and we're getting hammered. And we're like 17 years old. And I'm like, we're at Joe Redner's house. Yeah. Naked women fucking everywhere. Greatest time of my life. I see cocaine out. I'm like, oh my God. We get back in the boat. We're like, this is the best night ever. Best Florida moment of my life.
Joe, the great thing about him too is like, he was legitimately a First Amendment dude.
Yeah.
So like he would have money and they would say, look, we're going to do this and you can't. And he'd be like, fuck you, take me to jail. And he would let them take him to jail and find him, and he would just fight him in fucking court over and over and over. And he was like a real, he was like a real Larry Flint of that fucking area. Yeah. He was the real fucking deal. And he also had like no airs about him and didn't even seem to be sleazy. He was like, yeah, here's the girls. He would always bring them into our fucking place and shit.
I can't. Well, the problem is our grooming for strip clubs was based out of Mons Venus.
Yeah.
So we learned how to deal with a strip club in Mons Venus where it was like, oh, umbros, no underwear.
Right.
Let's see if who can have an orgasm in their pants earliest.
Yeah.
And then you went to like regular strip clubs in Cleveland and you're like, oh, apparently this is inappropriate.
Yeah, you're not allowed. But the Mons was so great because there was not even a DJ, there was a jukebox, and the girl would have to get off the stage and and switch to fucking put quarters in. And sometimes there'd only be like a couple of girls on stage for like 2 hours. You're like, where's everybody else at?
They're just exhausted.
Swinging, yeah.
Oh, that was the best.
Yeah, it was, it was fucking very, very unique scene down there, man. Really, really unique. And I'm like, I have a love for it. People bust balls about Florida Man and all that shit. There's a certain freedom in that fucking lifestyle. There's a certain ability to say, I am living, not just trying to succeed. You know what I mean? I'm living every fucking day. A lot of dudes will just take the boat out in the middle of the afternoon and fuck everything else.
Can I tell you, I feel like sometimes that's my disconnect with my other friends in comedy, like Tom Segura, my best friend, who grew up in Florida. Like, we both sense that I don't know, there's something about, like, take the boat out in the middle of the day. Fuck it, that's my day. Like, it's like drinking in the morning. That's a Florida thing. Like, I don't think, like, half of my friends are either dead or in rehab, but I think that's part of how we grew up, is like, I remember pulling into Jesuit and people were like, we're taking bowl hits before school. And you're like, all right. And that was part of how you grew up, taking acid and going to Disneyland.
Yeah.
Like, that was like how we grew up. And then I don't think everyone did that.
I don't think, unless people know the pure joy of a beach bar, like you just are on the beach sitting at a bar.
Frenchie's in Clearwater.
Yeah.
Frenchie's in Clearwater with the seagulls coming at you and you see the fucking new guy throwing french fries to me like, what are you doing, asshole? Like that.
Yeah.
Oh. I have a house right down the block from Frenchie's. And my favorite thing in the world is the girls in the pool at like 11:35 going, Dad, what do you want to do for lunch? Let's walk down to Frenchie's. No drinking and driving. Go down. Few cocktails. Me and the wife walk back on the beach. Take our time. The girls get lost. They dig a hole. All of a sudden, we're sitting out there and the sun's setting. Dude, sunsets. I think you can't appreciate sunsets unless you're from Florida. I feel like because on the east coast of Florida or the west coast of Florida, those sunsets are fucking magical.
They last for fucking hours just watching that thing.
I think that increases the years in your life.
Yeah.
Is watching a sunset. It's like just sitting there and just watching everyone going, "Do you see the green flash?" And you're like, "What?" God damn it.
Yeah.
I didn't even know Florida was a joke until I moved up here.
I know.
I moved here and we were like, oh, okay, you're from Florida. And then like it was not long after it was like the whole hanging Chad thing. And they're like, what's up, Florida girl? You're fucking sad. I was like, wait, what?
You want to hear about how bad I am? I was on a TV show when that happened. I was on a TV show on FX called The X Show. And they were like, are you going to vote? I was like, no, it's a write-in vote from Florida. It's not going to count. They're literally like, it fucking counts.
It's the only thing that counted. It's the only vote that counted.
Do you know who I ran into Fezzy?
Yeah.
In Tampa.
Yeah. He told me he was going out to see
good to see him.
Yeah.
Fucking love that guy.
Awesome.
Yeah. I was in the Tampa Improv. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was so good to see him. He looks fantastic. I love that guy.
Yeah, he's great. He said you announced him from the stage. He was very fucking happy about it. Yeah.
Of fucking course.
Yeah.
And my friends are, like all my age, everyone geeked out. And so like Fez was like, don't announce me. I need to get out of here. Because all of my friends wanted pictures of him. And they're like, where's Fez? I go, he's gone. He was like a fucking and then he was like, don't post that picture on social media.
He wants to keep it quiet. Like, but he was also mad that when you did announce him, that all he could think of to say was Merry Christmas. He's like, what the fuck?
Merry Christmas. He stood up. Merry Christmas.
No, people don't realize how fucking crazy it was for him to go on the air with that character in Florida when it happened. Because there was still people who, you know, that was like a fucking weird time when AIDS was going on. And then that fucking character came out, and like at first they would want to send out security with him whenever we did anything and shit because they were worried about him. But that fucking audience fell in love with him. You know, they were like, you know, man, I gotta tell you, I never liked faggots, but that Fez makes me laugh my ass off. And I always say, like, that kind of shit helps progress more than preaching to people or anything else. Just like a dude that you think is funny.
Adults used to come up to me like, hey, like, I was in your dad's show, like, but is Fez really a homo? Like,
yeah, they would do that all the time.
Like, I was a little kid, and they'd be like, but tell me this truth. Is he really homo or what's up?
I learned more about heart disease from him.
Yeah.
I mean, this sounds so silly, but like, when he went through that heart stuff, that's when, like, I think right around then Patrice passed, right? Yeah. Around then. And I started going, oh, maybe I should get my heart checked out because I party like, you know, I get down. And so, but like I still to this day, when I see him, I go, hey, how you feeling? How you feeling good? Like, it's a weird like canary in the mine of like your friends, you know? I think about that sometimes with Geraldo. Someone said to me, they're like, hey man, it never ends good this way. And then you're like, ah. And then I was like, it's going to be fine. And then I was like, I bet Geraldo probably said the same thing.
Yeah, sure.
Everyone says the same thing, but I lost a lot of weight. I feel good.
Yeah, it's just a fucking dice game. You know what I mean?
It's a craps roll. Do you think you'd ever be this old?
No, fuck. I never thought I'd be fucking 20. That was my first shock.
Really?
I was like, yeah, I thought for sure. Thought when I was a fucking kid, I'm like, I'm not going to have to worry about a fucking future and a job and shit. And when that rolled around, I'm like, holy shit. I guess I'm in this fucking game.
See, I always thought I'd be old, and then now as I'm old, I'm like, I'll never make it old.
Right.
Like, I think I'll make it to like, I'll make it to 70, probably. But I don't think like 105. That won't happen. Unless I'm that guy that's like, I drank every day.
Yeah, there's always
that exists. Like, usually someone's like little grandma who's like 102, chain smoking.
Yeah, but
like,
show me someone she went to high school with. Is she really 102?
Right.
What if you just get 95 and you're like, I'm 107?
That's what I would fucking do. I just start to fucking work up a little bit.
Yeah.
What was that? Who's that comic that was telling everybody he was 32?
Dude, I just heard about this guy. By the way, the Dan Ananian. Dan Ananian? Is that it?
Yeah.
That sounds familiar. Sounds like this guy.
He said he was saying he was a millennial, and he did a TED talk about being a millennial and leaving a tech job, and now he's 55. And everyone's like, it's more inspiring for you to be 55 and be a successful comedian than 32. But I think he didn't think it would sell right.
I think it would be great.
So wait, how much younger was he saying that
he was saying he was 20-some years younger than he is. But the beauty,
he looks young.
Yeah. The beauty of it is, if he just went around, because he was doing it for like newspaper articles and shit, if he just said, as a fucking ball bust, yeah, I'm 32, and you know what I mean? Like, everybody would think it was great. But he played the full angle. Yeah. Because I always think it's funny to say nutty shit to the fucking media. Oh. You know, there's nothing better than that.
I say it all the time.
Yeah.
I say, yeah, like, I constantly, some guy asked, how long have you known Tom Segura? And I said, well, we hooked up when we were younger. And they were like, what? I was like, yeah, we hooked up when we were younger. And they were like, oh my God. And then I was like, please write that we're gay. Please write that we're gay. And we had gay sex. I would love that more than anything in the world.
They just left it out?
Yeah, well, no, I don't even know. It hadn't come out yet. But yeah, I'm so oblivious to what I say in media sometimes. That I don't even know. Like, sometimes I say I'm 43. I said on Liza Schlesinger's podcast, I was like, I'm 40 years old. And she was like, really? And I was like, wait, how old am I? And I didn't even know. And then my wife called and told her. But that's a fucking glaring irresponsibility of like, he's trying to sell himself as something that he's not.
Right.
And that's what we love about a comic is that someone who's like real, genuine to what there are. And he's not. So that's what I think that blew that guy's spot up.
Yeah, but I don't even know his whole fucking scene. Like, he says he does gigs in Malaysia and shit. Who knows?
It's a corporate scene. Who gives a fuck?
Right.
Fucking a lot of those guys.
It's got to be a nightmare, right?
I'd love to do a corporate. I did one corporate gig.
Yeah.
I was high as fuck on Oxycontin. And I had fallen off a waterfall. And so I fucked my back up. I had to crawl out of a ravine. They prescribed me like 90 Oxycontins and 90 Valiums. And they're like, take 3 a day. So it was bad. Like the first night I took them, I realized I couldn't use my back and I pissed in the bed. I couldn't get out of the bed. So I pissed in the bed. It was a bad night. So then I had to go to Aspen. It was a gig in Aspen. Paid like, I'll be honest, I paid $25,000. My wife's like, you're not missing this. She flew, I'm not even joking. She flew out to North Carolina, picked me up with my daughter, flew me to Aspen, and got me to the gig. I was like, good luck, big boy. I did the gig and I bombed. I was high as shit, and they're sending shots at the stage. So I'm out of it. Halfway through, I'm like not getting one laugh, and one guy goes, hey man, we gave you the $25,000 to just tell the machine story. Just tell it. And I was like, okay. And so I told it, and they're like, you're done. Let's go drink. Yeah. And they just wanted to party with me. And so I went out and partied with them in Aspen. And told one story and fucking went and partied with them, and I came home and I was like, well, I guess that was worth it.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then my wife killed the Oxycontins. She's like, get a prescription.
Well, if you ever want to know a way to die, it is mixing alcohol with it. I was told by somebody before that you'd be better off taking a fistful of fucking pills than a Valium and having a cocktail.
My thing has always been, this is going to sound so irresponsible, but like I don't mind. Let me rephrase that. I don't drink and take pills at all anymore. I did during this period because I was like, I just didn't know. My thing now is if I take a pill, I don't drink at all. But if you are out there and you think, well, mix them up, don't ever drink and then take a pill. That is the death kill.
Right.
Take a pill, then drink. Because you'll fall asleep first before you die. That is the real death sentence is these people who drink and then go, give me a Xanax, I want to sleep good. That's how you die. That, just so you know, that's how you die. And that's the responsible thing. Doug Stanhope and I talked about this. Is like when Heath Ledger died, we're like, give us some information on how you die about this shit. Cause I fucked around with Ambien and Xanax. Everyone has a little bit. So like, give us some information. But if you drink and then take a pill, that is how you're going to die. At the time, I was taking oxys nonstop, and my wife just was done with it. And she's like, go get a prescription for marijuana. She was like, you're done. She flushed him down the toilet, took all the Valiums, flushed them down too. She was like, this is, cause there's a fine line between like my back hurts and I don't want to read a book to my daughter.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, this could make this a lot more fun. Mm-hmm. And then you take a pill, and that is the truth.
Yes.
And I definitely was there.
Yeah.
And, but yeah, I don't take pills really.
That's even a lot of people who have problems with pills. They're not even party people. You know what I mean? Like they did get hurt or something first.
Yeah.
And then you get into that routine and then it feels a little uneasy not to do one. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to go to that party. I feel like myself. I better something to take the edge off. Well, Chris, you just started drinking because you started dating after 8 years.
Yep, that's pretty much it, yeah.
And he had been clean for what, 11 months?
11 months, yeah. 10 or 11 months.
Yeah.
Clean's a loaded word.
Yeah, it is.
I was totally clean. I stopped smoking, too, which was even fucking crazy.
Wait, you weren't drinking when you were in Periscopes?
Oh, no, yeah, it was, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was 8 months ago, yeah.
Yeah. And then as soon as that, he stopped being amusing. He, you know what I mean?
It's really hard to be yourself sober.
Yeah.
It really is. I don't drink on stage. I mean, I drink on stage, but I'm not drunk on stage.
Yeah.
Like, my verification for sober is very different than everyone else's. Like, I go, I haven't drank in a week, and my wife's like, but you had 2 drinks. I go, there were shots with fans. It's not a big deal. But like, it is really hard to be sober and be yourself. Really hard.
Yeah, it's an odd thing. It's an odd thing.
It's very powerful, though.
But you weren't able to go on a date without drinking.
No, I mean, going on the first date in 8 years, like that all came into my head. I'm like, oh, I got it.
How was it? Like, was it a conscious decision? Like, did you know when you decided, okay, I'm going to start dating, you're like, oh, that's going to be hard to be sober?
It was like an unknown trigger. Like I didn't realize it was. I didn't realize. I was
That's
like,
an interesting thing.
It was like really fucking weird. Also, like smoking. Like when it got cold out, that's when I really wanted to fucking smoke a cigarette.
Sure. Oh, dude, I miss smoking so much.
Yeah,
just connecting with people, like strangers. Just hey,
yeah.
And I think like smokers. It's a very weird thing because smokers have a similar personality, whether they realize it or not.
Yeah.
Like,
Kind
there's
of an outsider thing.
Yeah, there's like an outsider thing, so you're like kind of okay with like sharing a very quick conversation with another smoker.
Normally it's like, fuck this place, no matter where you are. This fucking blows.
Well, like, I think what it really...
wedding.
Yeah, and it's like, you have that, and you're like, I think it's like somehow you're like mildly suicidal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you're very aware.
That should be a smokers talk show. I didn't like the movie.
Sucks.
Sucks.
Yeah, whatever. All right, I'm gonna go back in.
It also gets you out of conversations all the time because you're stuck in a thing and then you just reach in and fucking I gotta go away from you. Go outside.
Even people with like social anxiety, I think the smokers who have social anxiety are okay with it because at the very least, in 7 minutes, 5 to 7 minutes, you can get yourself out of this situation.
Yeah,
like this conversation will be over if I wanted to, or I can smoke another cigarette if I want to.
I said to Jim and Sam today, I quit drinking for like 8 months when my wife and I got back together and started getting serious. And we were in Venice and it started snowing in January. And when we were out in the streets in Venice in the canals, and it started snowing, and I was like, "Oh my god, this is perfect." I hadn't drank in 8 months, but at that moment, I was like, "This is when you drink." Like these moments, and I was like, and my wife's like, "You're fucking right." And we went into a bar and we got a bottle of wine and fucking downed it, and they got lost in the canals of Venice. My favorite moment with my wife ever in my life. It wouldn't have been there without alcohol. Like, I loved it. It was the greatest, those moments. I always say, I'll always keep my drinking in check just so I can watch a sunset and someone goes, "Do you want a margarita?" And I go, "Yes, I do." Mm-hmm. Frozen with a little topper. Like, fuck yeah. Like that, I those moments are the best. Cigarettes? Dude, cigars for me now is my big problem is I'm trying to cut back because I'm going like a cigar a day and I feel like I can't relax without one sometimes. Like I sit there and on Sunday, I'll fly home Sunday and I guarantee you I will fly home. My kids won't be home. There'll be some Girl Scout thing and I'll just go right to my man cave, pull out a fucking Elysium. Is it Elysium through 13? Yeah. And it's a real strong one. Smoke that with a fucking glass of vodka, Tito's and soda. And I look forward to that. Mm-hmm. Same way you do like a pizza, I'm sure. But like, do you know what I mean?
Sure, of course. Of course.
I was out with chewing tobacco for a long time. Because I chewed and I couldn't have a conversation with someone about having a dip in. If I didn't have a dip in, I was like, "Whoa, why are we talking?" I was like someone would say something interesting, I'd be like, "Hold on, smack, smack, smack."
Well, so much of that stuff is about ritual. Like,
they say
chewing tobacco is like that. Smoking is like that, where you're like, "Okay, I take it out and I do my thing." And that was the hardest thing for me. Like, I don't think there was anything more difficult that I've ever done than quitting smoking. Like, that was so difficult for me.
How long?
How long had I been smoking or how long have I been quit?
Both.
All right. So I started smoking at 16 and then I probably quit like maybe about 10 years later.
So this is the thing though. When you quit, it does change you. You're always an ex-smoker. Yeah. Like if you look at somebody who never smoked, it's never an issue. You know what I mean? But anybody who used to drink or used to do dope or used to fucking smoke, it's always like, this is when I would have.
And it's like, the weird thing is people who knew you as that person is just like, what? Come on, come have a cigarette with me. It doesn't even make sense. Like when my boyfriend met a friend of mine from college, she like said something about smoking and I was like, "Oh, I don't smoke anymore." And she's like, "That doesn't make any sense." And she started telling a story that like how like what an obnoxious roommate that I was, that I would wake up in the morning, the alarm would go off and I would like grab a cigarette and light a cigarette in bed And she would just like wake up to the smell of smoke like this fucking bitch. Are you kidding me? But she doesn't smoke.
Shitting me?
Yeah. So she was like, I used to wake up to the smell of you smoking a cigarette as you were getting out of bed. Like I loved smoking.
That's the good time. You know, it's fresh.
And then again, and then you have another with coffee.
By the way, no one didn't love smoking. Smoking was so much fucking fun.
The best fucking thing.
Oh, dude, that feeling, I said to someone the other day, that feeling when you light the cigarette and you can smell either the, from your Zippo lighter, the fumes, or the match, the sulfur from the match into your first breath of cigarette. You're like, oh, that's Jesus talking to me.
Yeah.
Like anyone who has quit smoking, drinking, or doing pills is having a hard time listening.
No, I don't think so. I think they're really relating in a nice way. Because how often, all we're talking about is finding satisfaction quickly.
Yeah.
It's just a quick satisfaction.
Instant gratification.
Now, when you drank the other night, first time, did you run out to a package store? Did you have?
I went to a liquor store first, and I bought a fucking fifth of Jameson.
How did that feel?
That sounds like an alcoholic move.
Yeah, I know.
Ran to a liquor store and bought a fifth of Jameson.
Look, the whole thing of I didn't drink for 11 months, then got a date, so I fucking started hitting Jameson.
Wait, you got drunk before the date?
I was getting buzzed, yeah.
Yeah.
It's one thing to have a cocktail with her.
Yeah. There were so many things that I thought were going to be the trigger, and I thought it was going to be like hanging out with friends, going to a party. I thought football was going to be it for you. It's like going to a bar and watching a game. But it was like being alone and Chrissy.
Yeah, it's a problem. But yeah, so then I got a few of me and showed up to the fucking date and then kept it going there.
That makes sense.
Thank you.
That makes sense. I take Xanax to go to my kids' shows. Yeah.
What's that?
You got shit faced that night?
By the end of the night, I wasn't in blackout, but I was fucked up. Fucked up.
You were in Newell, boy.
I was a little whacked.
Yeah, and she dug it though, huh?
Yeah, she apparently, she liked it.
Sure.
That's what she likes now.
Yeah, exactly.
But let's see the new girls that you got.
Okay, sure.
By the way, how much weight did you lose?
35 pounds.
And how much did Tom lose?
65.
Jesus Christ.
Holy God.
Yeah, he lost a lot.
How do you do it?
He did it healthy.
Yeah.
I did not.
So yours was like really quick. Like 35.
Mine was basically anorexia. Just didn't eat at all.
And what did he use?
He just ate and worked out.
Ate healthy stuff.
And I ate less than 1,000 calories a day.
Look at this.
Yeah.
What's going on there?
That's his new girl.
Some other stuff. I matched her yesterday.
And did you hook up after that?
Not yet, no, but I feel like I'm on my way.
I like her.
Who's a real human?
So I think that's fucking lying. In the
yeah. Don't worry about it.
That's bullshit.
You're about to get catfished. I know it.
You think it's a dude?
I don't know.
Whatever, that's fine too. I'm not like blowing.
You don't mind blowing anybody. You don't care.
It's not bad.
So show up, I
don't like this picture. Oh, I got a tattoo on my forearm.
Chris he likes tattoos.
I like the tats.
He likes
you like tattoos?
Yeah, tattoos. Yeah. So that works for me.
You know what? I wouldn't worry about the drinking. It very seldomly creeps up on people.
By the way,
I've been doing it for a long time.
Aaron is a doctor and wants to dispel some of the myths that you were just doing. Go ahead, Aaron. What's up, buddy?
Here we go.
Hey guys. I know nobody's probably listening to your show for medical advice.
No, I really want it.
I get that. But I think it'd probably just be safer for Bert to say, mixing alcohol and narcotic pills is just unsafe generally. I don't think if you try to say you do one first and the other, one is safer in order, it's just fraught with risk.
Yeah.
And I don't think you need that kind of risk.
Okay, I appreciate that. I'm going to stick with my statement because I know guys like me who party. And look, here's the truth, is that no one's listening to you. Yeah, yours is the thing on the label that goes, do not mix with alcohol. That's not going to happen. There's a lot of people that are mixing wine and Ambien. My point, right. and now tell me if I'm correct, in your professional opinion, my point is, it is much safer to drink wine than it's much safer to eat an Ambien and then drink wine than drink wine and then eat an Ambien, correct?
I don't think Ambien doesn't cause respiratory depression. Maybe
okay, cool. So everyone, Ambien and booze is cool. So let's talk about Xanax now. So it's much safer to take a Xanax and then drink versus drink and then take a Xanax?
No, I disagree. Because you're not accounting for so many other factors. How much the person weighs, how many times he's taken Xanax in the past, what his liver function is, whether he's eaten recently. So there's just no way to calculate that. And in the same person, like if you had the same person do that experiment 10 different times with different meals that they had eaten previously or different amounts of sleep or whatever, you might have 10 different results where they,
That's the information I'm looking for. Tell me what to eat and then how to eat Xanax and then how to drink. That's what I'm talking about. So,
just to clarify, I was calling up to try to minimize risk and not to maximize your ability to entertain yourself.
That's what we're looking for. I'm going to text you Doug Stanhope's number.
You're kind of doctor, I don't think.
I always was told from doctors that it's a kind of Russian roulette. Like a lot of times you can get away with it, like you have, and then one time.
By the way, I don't do it anymore.
Yeah, no. I'm saying,
Ron, I think that's absolutely correct. And it's totally unpredictable. Even in people who have used narcotics heavily for years and years, and the one day. I know in a lot of those cases we're talking about street heroin, which are cut, with other who knows what's actually in it. But even with prescription narcotics, that can happen. So
I'm going to give you a heroin thing that's very common, and this happens all the time. Guys get fucking clean and sober, and then they go back. They just have a thing like Chris, like something triggers them. They go out, and they do the amount of heroin they used to do, and they die. You just need to just fucking be like you're a teenager and starting over with heroin. You don't want to go back to your dose.
Sweet. Does that happen with Xanax?
Absolutely. You know how quickly you fucking you build up a tolerance. I don't give a shit what it is. You can start eating fucking 8, 10, where you don't want to go back and start eating like that.
I've only ever had a 0.5 milligram of Xanax. So I've never been like a big party guy with Xanax. My whole thing was anxiety attacks. But I've always, by the way, guys, ignore that doctor.
He's still on.
I'm telling you, from Street Medicine, this is a new show I'm doing for A&E called Street Medicine. Do not drink and then take a Xanax. Can we agree on that, Doc?
Yeah.
Yes, we can agree on that much.
Okay, that's my whole point.
Yeah.
But if you're going to drink and take a Xanax, take the Xanax first, then drink.
I didn't say that.
That's what we both agree on that.
All right, if you both agree, then I'm going to do it.
Sounds like you guys came to an agreement, which is great.
All right, thanks, Doc.
All right, that's luck to y'all.
Don't do either, I guess, technically, but whatever. People are going to do whatever they do.
Being a doctor must feel like the same thing it is like if we were taking a special needs bus to the fucking zoo. Like how many times do I have to fucking tell you what the facts are?
He definitely goes, I definitely did not say that. But you know that's how accidents happen. That's how it happens, in my opinion. I'm just saying this to the guy like me and Stanhope who heard about Heath Ledger's death and were like, give us more specifics.
Yeah, man.
Like, I don't just say Xanax and Ambien. Like, I want all the details so I know how to avoid that. It's nice to hear him say that about food because I never really, they say take Xanax on an empty stomach. I never really applied that. I just, if I have a panic attack, I take it.
Right. Is that, you take it immediately upon getting a panic attack or?
I can feel them building.
Yeah.
I definitely can feel them building. And if I do that, I go, all right, today's a wrap. I'm not drinking. I'm not partying. I'm taking a Xanax. I'm at 4:00 and I'm going to bed tonight. I'll maybe have a scar, but I'm going to bed and I'm going to sleep good. And that's how my night ends.
I remember before waking up when I was younger going, I think it's impossible to OD then. If that didn't happen last night, I don't think people can OD.
I have definitely said that. OD's got to be a fucking myth.
Yeah, it can't happen.
Are you shitting me?
But I don't think that we have, like, all of our heroes that ever died before, have mixed. They never just died on one thing. They all mixed.
The people build up.
Yeah.
It's the tidal wave of drugs and alcohol.
Right.
Because I think, I've definitely had times where I flew back from Vietnam. It was like a 33-hour flight. And when I landed, I was so filled with booze and pills probably at the time that I was like, this is how an OD happens. Like, is that, it's just, and then I take one more pill, like one more pill, but I just went to bed, so I was tired. But like, if I was a drug addict, I'd be like, one more pill, let's fucking wrap this out. Yeah. And that's how it happens. But like, you look at the Belushi thing and you go, oh, it just had to be him just building for a week of booze and drugs and the toxicology. Anytime it comes out to toxicology, you're like, oh, I guess, I don't know.
And here's the thing, Belushi didn't have one friend who even thought it was possible for him to die. Because they saw him fucking partying, hard. But then you go back and read that shit, he was into it like a week. I mean, he was on a real
heroin
fucking run.
Speedballs.
Yeah, but it ended at Speedballs. Like, it didn't start there. You know what I mean? But at the end of it, he's like, what the fuck? Yeah, I guess so. Let's just do a Speedball. He was like 5-6 days in the partying
I guess
before he
that's not
started
being able
Speedball.
to find the bottom.
Yeah.
I've been there. Yeah. Where you're like, I can't get enough. I said this to my wife the other day. She was like, what's the biggest difference in your weight loss? And I was like, Thanksgiving, I couldn't find enough vodka sodas. And she was like, that's not what I want to hear. I was like, but the feeling where you're like, it was that with everything though. It was like that with movies and like staying up. And I wanted everyone to stay out late. I didn't want the girls to go to bed. I wanted to stay up and it was raining and I wanted to, there was stuffing and I wanted more stuffing. Like I wanted everything. That's part of the thing I'm sure that is across the board with impulse people like myself,
Mitchell Walters, when we were talking about Sam Kinison, he said that they used to call Kinison the party goalie because he would be in front of the door not wanting people to go. And it was 24, 28, maybe 40 hours into the party.
I understand.
Not like none of us can leave.
It's called FOMO.
Yeah.
Like now it's called FOMO, but like I love, like it bums me out when people are like Segura is this guy to a T. We do Rogan's the other day. We're like 3 hours and 40 minutes into it, passing around the third joint. Everyone's having vodka sodas. Segura's like, I gotta go. I go, what the fuck is wrong with you? I go, are you broken? You don't feel this energy? And he was like, I gotta go. I go, you don't, like, right now is magic. We're making magic. Like, we're giggling. I'm beardless. Like, we're both skinny. Like, we're drunk. We just ate pizza. And he's like, no, I gotta go. I gotta, this thing with my wife. I was like, I wish I could be that guy. I wish I could be like, oh yeah, I gotta do stuff. Like, right now I have a driver waiting in a car, sitting down there. I'm paying him extra, I'm sure. Yeah. Because this, for me, is magic. Like, I love this. I'll never let this go. Until you guys say, Bert, thank you very much. That's when I'll leave. But, like, I would never leave this. I would never leave this.
Bert, thank you very much. It's the Bennington Show. The Bennington Show. We just had the always fun Bert Kreischer here today.
That was so much fun.
And Jen came in to us later and she says, now I miss Florida. So all of us have this.
I know.
First of all, Bert has the right amount of Florida accent.
Yeah.
The Florida accent is not the same Southern accent as Alabama or Georgia or whatever.
It's very different. To me, it sounds subtle. Mm-hmm. And it's probably pretty similar to the accent that I had when I got to New York. Because I know people were like, whoa, where are you from? Yeah. I was like, I don't have an accent. I don't know what they're talking about. But like I hear, and he sounds like everyone I grew up with and everyone like I knew. And to me, it's just like a little hint of Southern. It's not like...
Yeah. It's just a little bit of that.
Yeah.
We're going up to Atlanta.
Florida. Yeah. We live in Florida.
We're down in Florida. We're going from Florida to Atlanta. Went to Orlando. It's just that little thing there. But you enjoyed your time in Florida, too.
I loved it. Loved the weather. It was just a little slow for me. That's why I like
slow until you fall into it. Yeah. Like it's slow at first. You're like going fucking crazy.
Well, when Bert was talking about how, he can't really relate to people who don't, like, love that, like, just, like, kind of slow down, don't do anything of the day, like, find pleasure in that. I've always been that kind of person, and I have never thought about maybe it has to do with where I'm from. It never occurred to me until he said that.
You have zero ambition.
I have zero ambition. I'm like, and, like, sometimes I get a little... But that's about it. And like I can find pleasure in being alive and doing things. Like for example, I had met this couple And my boyfriend and I were talking, this was like years ago, and we were talking to them, and they were like really professional, like young professional types. And they were saying like, oh yeah, I had a little time off, but I go crazy. Like if I don't work, I would go nuts. And I was like, what the hell are you talking about? Like if you had everything that could be provided, you couldn't find a hobby, you couldn't travel, you couldn't walk around and take a breath, you couldn't take up painting. Like they're like, oh my God, no. If I did not report to a job, I would go insane. I do not understand that. Like there was a time in my life where I was working production. So like my jobs, you know, like you would, you know, get a gig for a couple months and my boyfriend and I were both working production and we were unemployed at the same time. And we just like downshifted. We were like, how can we spend as little money as possible and just like keep this thing going? And it was like in that point of a relationship where it's still very new. So you're just like, we could just hang out and like spend as little as possible.
Well, when I met your mother, we were living in Florida. And I mean, my fucking rent was like, you know, pop bottles. I mean, it was fucking nothing. And we went on unemployment at the same time. And then this like 6 months. And then we went through 3 or 4 extensions and we did not see another person during that time. We just fucking hung out together and just like, hey, the check's here. You know what I mean? Like we were just fucking easing through life. And when it finally ran out, I was like so sad because I'm like, well, life is now, you know what I mean?
It's and you never get that point back. No, you know, like you'll never have that lucky break where you're like, we can live on this little amount of money. And like at no point was I ever bored. I never was like, God, what am I going to do today? Like we just did stuff all the time. Like you did stuff for free, did stuff for cheap. Yeah. You know, like just hung out. Like we even took like a trip. We drove upstate. You know what I mean? Like we stayed in like a little cabin that was like off season. So it was like $40 for the night. Like it was the best. It was the absolute best. It's very strange to me. Like people who have that like busybody thing.
Well, even when I was working in Florida, one of my jobs was selling cable, right? So they were just like wiring everything with cable. So you could go up to a house and just say, do you want cable? And they would say yes. And that would be a sale that you would make. And it would be like you had to work so much, then you hit like this $350, you make $350 for the thing. Well, my rent down there was $2.25 a month.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my God.
$2.25. I mean, and I was not far off the beach. It was just, you know, a nice little fucking old shanty fucking cool house, right? Just like one of those fucking Florida things that you see. And I would hit my $350 in a couple days, and then I would just go home. And they said, they go, all right, you hit your $350, you keep going, you can hit your $700 or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, we'll say that would be it, man. I'd see you the next week, and I'd come back to hit $350, and they're like, dude, you know, you could be making a lot more money. I go, I know. I'm only going to do it this week. I hit my $350, and I'm like, okay, that's it.
You got it.
Yeah. All I ever did was run gimmicks down there for fucking years. Years. It was really, and the weird thing for me is like, how did I get my fucking life backwards? Why, you know what I mean? How did I end up in New York at this age and be like 19 in fucking Florida?
Right.
You know, I wasn't born there or anything. I literally just picked a place that was close to where the Phillies did spring training. Like I watched fucking, I watched this on TV. It looks great. It's fucking a ballpark and, palm trees. I'm heading down. But I think my life is so much different than like you and Bert were talking about because you were born into that.
Yeah. Very slow moving.
Yeah.
Like I actually feel like in a strange way when I'm in a place with warm weather that my body is like in a natural state.
You're like a reptile.
Yeah. Like I went to Mexico once and I was like, oh my God, like this is like my body is supposed to be in this weather. Like heat, humidity. It just made sense to me. I felt like normal. I was like, oh, this is weird. I feel like a little kid. Why do I feel like a little kid? Oh, because this is what weather was to me.
You're like a lizard.
Yeah, I am. Or like some sort of a tropical bird. I like that better. That's gross.
Yeah, it is better.
Lizard person.
Look, here's the weird thing when I lived in Florida, right? In my fucking trees were parakeets. And they weren't like wild parakeets, but so many people have parakeets down there that they just escape. And then the weather is warm enough that a parakeet could live. Like if a parakeet escaped in Jersey, it would die.
So many species in Florida like that because people, first of all, they have no fucking rules on what animals you can keep.
No.
So everyone has exotic animals. Then those animals escape and then they're in a tropical environment and then they start breeding and then you have like a new, like there's boa constrictors down there, not because they're supposed to be, because they can just live down there.
Dude, you never go to a fucking supermarket that some dude isn't walking, or a fair, some dude doesn't have a big snake around his neck for everybody to come around. Like he doesn't, like, got people up here would have like a nice car to bring people over. So he just have a big snake around his neck.
Yeah, snake people and parrot people. Like people like go to the grocery store with their fucking parrot on their shoulder. This is like a normal thing that
this
you
was
see.
always my bet too. So like if Gail had a parrot on her shoulder, right, I'd be walking up, I'd always do this, don't move, and I acted like I was gonna fucking slap it. And they're like, no man, it's a pet parrot. And I'm like, yeah, I know. I'm just fucking with you a little bit.
Now, what about what Bert was talking about? Like that he feels like he has FOMO. Do you think that you have?
I wasn't even familiar with the term FOMO.
So FOMO is fear of missing out.
Oh, I had it when I was younger, but that's long past.
I do not have that at all.
I had it so bad as a kid. If anything, like,
Did you
so
have
bad
like
that
a
I wanted
near
to throw-
suicide?
Yeah, I thought about throwing myself in front of a fucking a train car because I missed some shitty party on Staten Island of all places.
He missed his Staten Island party and he almost killed himself.
Because I took the fucking ferry back twice, and it was before cell phones. I had a goddamn beeper.
Before cell phones, it was a very difficult time to know when things were going on.
I'm calling this number, no one's picking up. And then I'm on the 59th Street station just looking at the tracks like, it's fucking over.
You're just going to dive. Whose party was it?
I don't even know the kid anymore. It was like some kid, it was like after college. So I must have been like, after high school. So I must have been like 18 probably at this point.
What year was that?
That was 2001, 2001.
Oh, this is in Staten Island?
Yeah.
I was at that fucking party, dude. That was off the hook. That was one of the best parties ever.
I'm going to throw myself
Yeah.
the train.
Jeter was there. Derek Jeter was at that party. Yeah.
The captain.
Yeah, it was so fucking much fun. Why didn't you show up? Everybody was there.
No one was picking up the phone. They didn't have the address. I just knew it was on Staten Island.
Chris, do you still have FOMO, you think?
I don't think so.
He's missed out on everything. He's missed out on a life. Look at Vito. You think Vito's a FOMO guy?
I think he is, because you know why? He's like a fun guy. He likes friends.
I get weekend FOMO. Like on the weekend, I'm all about like, oh, I can't miss that. But during the week, if I get a text, I'm like, nah, I'm not doing that. That's silly. Like we have work.
You don't like to throw off your work week, right?
I like my sleep during the week.
Yeah.
These maniacs that are like, let's go to Mr. Purple tonight at 7.
Right.
Crazy.
You're not part of that life anymore.
Weekends though, I can't. If I can't stay home on the weekend, I'll hate myself all week.
Vito is working for the weekend.
Jen, do you have FOMO?
I do a little bit.
Jen lives a good life, though. I've seen the pictures. I've seen her
She
on
goes to the
Instagram.
club.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
Bottle service.
Sometimes bottle service. But I was in Florida. I'd always see my friends up here because, you know, I'm from New Jersey. And I'd be like, oh my God, I'm missing all these birthdays and like, you know, college parties. And then I came up here and I'm like, now I miss my friends in Florida who are in Miami for the weekend. And so I don't know. I can't win.
Yeah, you can't fucking win. When you start to FOMO, you just can't win.
Yeah,
You're always missing out.
I don't have it. I do not have it. I don't have a problem with just being like, yeah, that's all right. I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, I get it. You know, I get it. Particularly when you're young and just trying to.
It was so bad. It was just like, and then like, you got the FOMO, and then you get your balls busted by your friends who were there, who didn't have the FOMO because they were there. And then you feel like shit.
They're like, oh, dude,
But then it
you
also
have
feels
no
good.
idea.
Yeah, that's hey, dude, why the fuck weren't you there? We were fucking smoking
Why
weed.
can't you? Why does it have to be a negative? Why can't the positive feeling be a positive? Why do you only gain if someone else is out?
He really does. I've noticed this. Like, if he has an accomplishment, instead of going like, oh man, thanks, he's like, you hear that, everybody? Chrissy did something right.
You thought I couldn't fucking do it.
You're like, I just said you did a good job, dude.
That's right, baby.
It's like, what? Why do you have to do that?
I'm on top.
Anytime anything good for him happens, he turns around to Vito and he's just like, look who fucking did it.
I know.
Vito's like, I'm on your side. I'm your friend. I wanted you to succeed. He doesn't understand friends. He doesn't.
It's fine.
I patted him on the back yesterday and he yelled at me.
Why?
I was like, well, why are you patting me on the back? What the fuck's your problem?
No, that's not what happened. I patted him on the
What'd I
back and he
say?
said, don't ever fucking touch me again.
But it was like a nice pat. It was like,
It was a legitimate, like, hey, like, yeah, good job. And then he said, don't ever fucking touch me again.
Why would you say
Chris,
that?
why is touch like acid to the skin?
I don't want him patting me on the back. I found
Patting you. He's not patting you. It's patting.
You don't need any padding.
No, of anyone. All right, here's a perfect example. Here's the fucking president of the United States. Now, he just became president of the United States, and he beat all the odds, right? It's unbelievable what he pulled off. And this is what the president wrote 6 hours ago, the president-elect, Donald J. Trump. Wow, the ratings are in, and Arnold Schwarzenegger got swamped or destroyed by comparison to the ratings machine DJT. Talking about himself.
Oh my God.
So much for being a movie star. And that was season 1 compared to season 14. Now compare him to my season 1. But who cares? He supported Kasich and Hillary.
Holy. Isn't he still an executive producer on that show?
Yeah.
Why is he writing this? Is this a gimmick? Is he just playing heel? I don't get it. I don't
Because he
understand.
can't be happy. He's always got to be in a battle. He's like his Stanley.
Like, that's what, like, your president just, like, woke up and that's what he thought of first thing. Like, that's the first thing that was on his mind.
Daily is information from the fucking CIA. He gets ratings.
He actually just said this. Comparison to the ratings machine, DJT.
He's a new machine. It's so weird. It's a weird time.
I didn't think he would refer to himself as DJT. I guess it's for brevity.
I would have thought he would have went with T-Dog.
He also just wrote this 4 hours ago. Anna Wintour came to my office at Trump Tower to ask me to meet with the editors of Condé Nast and Stephen Newhouse, a friend. We'll go this AM.
Okay.
Why are you telling anybody that?
That seems private.
That seems something like your sister-in-law would write.
I know, and like also like he's name dropping, I guess. I guess that's why he wrote it.
He wants to know people are still coming to the tower.
Weird.
He also said this, I'm asking the chairs of the House and Senate committees to investigate top secret intelligence shared with NBC prior to me seeing it.
What?
I don't know. All of his stuff is so funny.
It's gonna be a weird 4 years, guys.
8. It's going to be weird 8 years.
Yeah, it's going to be 8. I mean, I have FOMO of it not being.
You're missing out on the second term. What if he does something even crazier?
You would
I'm
think,
voting for him.
you wouldn't think that I'd have to be reading those tweets to Trump cuck. He'd be all over it. But why don't you make Vito Trump cuck? Vito, you think you could get into it?
I think I could be Trump cook. I was supporting him. I was rooting for him the whole election.
He really was rooting. He doesn't vote. He has FOMO if he gets on the jury.
Oh, no, that's the opposite of FOMO.
Dude, let me tell you something. Nobody would love a jury more than you. Nobody.
I think he would enjoy it.
Yeah.
Like, and I think he would get into.
It's New York City. You could get a big murder trial.
I think it's just the idea of like being forced to go down to the building every day is something I don't like.
I bet you would end up with a lot of friends there and you would enjoy it like you did the cruise ships with your mom.
You probably would. You're like, me and jury number 4 were best friends.
Maybe it's time to register to vote to get jury duty now.
Just call him up and say you want to do it.
Please, for the love of God.
Looking for jurors?
Let me throw my name in the hat.
Hey, you need something?
What do you have longest possible case for me to get on?
Murders? I'd like to get on a murder trial. No small town robbery stuff.
This says, I wish Bennington Show fans could vote on Chris Stanley's dates like they did on Love Connection with a photo.
Oh, I'd love to do that.
Did you hook up anything with Red?
I'm talking to her. So I think I'm going to try to get something going. Yeah.
Do you feel good about the conversation?
Like her?
I will tell her that.
Yeah.
I got some more matches if you want to take a look at them.
Yeah, I'd like to see all the matches.
Bert wasn't into your girl at all.
Oh, no, he did not like her.
I don't like her. She looks psycho.
Yeah, she looks crazy, but I feel like she's not 31. I feel like she might be a little older.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I don't care. I'm just saying. Start off with a lie.
She looks like a LARPer.
She does. She's like, there's something, like, I bet she's been to a Renaissance fair.
Yeah, that's a Renaissance. I mean, that shirt, it's like screams Renaissance fair.
Right back, m'lady.
Do you like giant turkey legs? And mead.
Look at her. She sucks the face in quite a bit.
She does.
She's a little frightening, dude.
Do you think she's a little crazy?
Yeah.
Fucking. Because she doesn't smile in any of the pictures. That's
No,
a problem.
She's a serious woman.
Serious older woman. I like her, though. She's good for you. Give me another one.
Okay.
And is the date still on for Saturday?
Yes.
Look at the promo that we could be doing, like the old. Go to the Twitter, and somebody sent that in. It's like what we could be voting in real time.
Oh my God!
By the way, how much does Chris look like Dave Grohl there? Fucking kills me how much that's Dave Grohl-ish.
I think it's working for me on the Tinder.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You feel like you're doing really well with it, huh?
I think I'm doing better than I thought I would.
She's cute as shit.
Oh yeah, I like her.
Holy shit, dude.
Yeah, it's nice.
She
right?
teaches speds and went to the University College Dublin.
It's kind of impressive. Like a good person or something.
Looks like she's in a radio station. I really like her a lot. Oh shit, she's active though. Look.
Oh no, what's
she's in front of some kind of mountain.
I don't like that. I mean, I guess
Chris, you're not going to be able to keep up.
Like
I
hiking. Like I don't want to go
she's
fucking
really
hiking.
Cute.
Oh my gosh, I really like her.
I know,
like
she's
her?
very clean looking. Like clean inside, like a clean soul.
Oh, I like her a lot. And I like her name.
Yeah.
I always like that name.
I don't even know. I don't
even know how to even pronounce that name.
Say it.
Siobhan.
That's Siobhan?
Siobhan. It's Irish.
She's a little Irish girl. I fucking love Irish girls. That thing where we vote in real time.
It's going great.
Oh, we were going to do the street joke things today, but
Yeah.
Bert showed up, so we'll do it next week.
All right.
This is an older lady.
I like her, though.
She's older? She doesn't look very old to me.
She's 37.
Older than me.
She's got a very young face.
All right. But what's in her hair? What is that, like a fucking tar or something?
I have no idea what's going on with
She's
her.
wearing, okay, so she's at some sort of a music festival, and she's wearing like what looks like a garbage bag on her head to stop the rain.
Most of these...
Whoa, tits.
It's giant tits?
Yeah.
Wow, giant.
Big time,
Giant.
baby.
Giant tits.
Not big. Wow. She's cute.
She's psycho there, though.
Oh, wait, let me see that picture.
I like her. And I like the jugs.
Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
Those are the tits of somebody with a kid. I mean...
Are you okay with that?
I don't know. Not really.
Why?
I don't like being around strangers' children.
You don't trust yourself.
I do trust myself. I don't trust the kids.
You press those against the glass?
Here's
Put them on the glass.
Here's what she likes. Bowling, dresses, Repo Man, books, beer, funny people. That's you, Chris.
Oh, thanks, Ron.
Banter, that's you. Music, and gap tooth.
is Repo Man the Wrestler?
Or the
Yeah,
movie.
she likes the wrestler. And then she just puts Roadrunner, so I think that's her favorite song.
Oh, I love that song.
What are we waiting for?
Dude, I like her. I'm going to show you.
What's her first name?
Madeline.
I like that name a lot.
Look at the jugs.
Yeah.
Wow. That's crazy.
Fitty tucking.
Wow.
Big Chris going to do some fitty tucking. Jesus, that's a great song.
I pick her. I'm convinced.
Oh, because of that
Go
song?
for the Modern Lover.
All right.
She is the modern lover. I forgot what started that.
Tits McGee did.
Tits McGee.
Yeah, Tits McGee put up Roadrunner.
So is that the end?
That's more.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Chicks are digging you, dude.
Oh, man, she looks really crazy.
By the way, GPS, Chicago.
Yeah, that's going to be tomorrow, 3 p.m. East on Deep Tracks Channel 27.
You know, I think we're right around the anniversary of Bowie dying.
Yeah, I believe it will be next week at some point.
Let's make sure that we don't play Bowie that day.
You don't want to?
No, I don't want to remember him on the death day.
I think his birthday is this weekend.
Oh, Jesus. All right, let's just play on the death day.
I think
We got
have
the
to.
radio on. Jesus, she's crazy sexy. Now, what's that name?
Yeah, that I do not know.
These have got to be fake, right?
They could be.
That looks like a model.
There are a couple robots out there.
Holy shit.
She's like a
tough
strong
girl.
woman.
Yeah.
Yeah, like she's tough.
She's sexy as fuck, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that first picture's fucking great.
Yeah, all of them
She's
look great.
fantastic hair.
I mean, this looks like an album cover, doesn't it?
Yeah. Do a little swipey. Oh, wow.
Just a little swipey.
Just give a little swipe.
Kind of a rough story to pop in here. At least, spy report.
Spy report.
At least 9 wounded in shooting at the Fort Lauderdale airport.
Oh, wow.
Just when we were spending the day talking about how much we love Florida. 9 wounded at the airport. It's on every single news thing right now.
Yeah, I don't see
Every
anything
cable
other.
news is dealing with it. What is that? Is that people outside of
It looks like evacuated people.
Yeah, just put them out on the runway.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Looks like they're setting them up like they're setting ducks out there, though. Did they say they got the shooter?
Nothing says that.
The shooter's in custody.
Yeah, I'm seeing that
Okay,
saying that.
now it's saying 1 dead. 9 shot, 1 dead on MSNBC. Looks like it's reporting that.
Oh, Jesus. So it's Lauderdale Airport.
Yeah.
Damn it. Hey, by the way, we didn't even mention this. Bert's performing at the Stress Factory in New Brunswick this weekend. StressFactory.com for tickets. And then his podcast is Bertcast on iTunes. Bertcast.com at Bert Kreischer. You know, he said that was my favorite break I ever did, and I'm like, I bet he says that every break. You know what I mean? Like the way we feel about Bert.
I believed it for a second.
Everybody feels about it. He's got relationships with everybody. But I love the fact that he said that, you know, Segura is his best friend. And those guys' acts remind me nothing of each other.
No, they really don't.
And yet I can't ever think of one without the other.
But yet it kind of makes sense that they would be buddies too. Like they're very different, but it's perfect.
You find us new chicks?
Yeah, I got some more girls.
So things are really going well for you. You fucked up by having a second date. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh,
This
but
should be like,
you didn't put that one in the book, right?
No, not yet.
How long you give her before she has to have sex?
2 dates.
Okay. So it's got to
oh
be
my
tomorrow
gosh.
night. Tomorrow night she's got to be
Or
there.
one more after that. I meant 2 more. I meant, but I
So
feel
3.
yeah, 3. So I'm feeling good about tomorrow night. I don't know why. I just am.
That's good. You're having a positive look.
You're having a nice time with it.
Everyone likes a nice time.
Oh, God.
But please,
Stupid thing to say.
I don't get it. Please, will you reach out to the Modern Lover?
Yeah, I'll hit him on
Old tits
Old Tits McGee?
lover.
No, this is Laura. She says, feel my sweater. It's made of girlfriend material.
Oh boy.
You know who she reminds me of?
Who's that?
Jenny Hutt.
Huh.
That's a pretty picture, though.
I don't like that girlfriend material sweater thing.
Well, here
It's a
she is
little
sitting
bit
in a
like-
swan, a
That's
blow-up
pretty cool.
swan. With a pull. She's also
like-
heavy in the tit area.
Yeah.
The tit girls like you.
You get the top
Oh, yeah,
heavy
that's a really
ladies.
pretty. All right, yeah, she's in. We got to see, but
yeah, but
she's,
that quote is a little bit.
what does it even mean?
It's like, I'll find you.
That's sexy. That's a sexy lunatic you can be with. All right, find us the next one. We really do get to live through him and his dating.
I know, it's really
great.
fun. I really like when people have. Jen, if you could maybe get Tinder as well, and
She
then
doesn't
we
like
could have
it.
guys.
Come on, hook up with some guys.
Come on. You gotta sign up.
Yeah, I'll think about it again.
Do it.
I don't think she's ready for that. Her little body's not ready. Oh. I like it. My interest level is inversely proportional to your creepiness level.
Wait, what?
Is that good to be creepy or bad?
Bad.
All right, then this is not going to work out.
I like her. She looks like she should have bananas on her head. Like a Central American.
You got Chiquita
Let
look
me
to her.
see.
Yeah.
Let me see Miss Chiquita.
Oh, banana girl.
Oh, she's cute.
I like elves. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like that pixie look.
She looks short too.
Yeah. I'd like to see you with a midget.
Couldn't hurt.
That's my phone over, Jay.
Really cute.
I got the radio on.
This is the other one. Hold on.
I don't want this fucker's phone. Gotta get us more.
I'm
Yeah.
in love with Massachusetts.
Why is that song so good? It's
Oh,
so
no.
ridiculous.
It's pretty fantastic.
Hey, Tom. Tom in New York. What's up?
Hey, Bennington. Ron, I have a question for you. I want to get your opinion on this. Many times over the years, I've heard you extol the virtues of the men in America who got us out into space and to the moon. And now we have this new movie out, Hidden Figures, and we're supposed to believe now that it was, I don't know, 3 cleaning ladies who are really the geniuses.
I don't know whether you guys saw this, but supposedly the people that did the math for like the first moon launches were these 3 black ladies that no one's ever even put in history before. What? So I'm dying to see this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. I knew zero of this.
I had never heard it,
story.
and I was shocked when I was like, "Is this based on truth?" Like I'd never heard of these women.
Based on truth and truth are not the same thing, so I want to make sure that I even bypass the movie and find out the historical significance of this. But I can't wait to find out.
Yeah.
To me, like, women not being able to do, like, being involved in the math world is always interesting because in first grade, girls are always the math ones.
That's very true. Yeah, they kind of tend to be
And then by
the first out. Yeah.
And by the time you get through college, it's like, oh no, there's no women in the physics department. And you're like, how could that be? Were you around in first grade? Because they started fucking 100 yards ahead of us. I remember being like this all the time in school. Smart girl. Hey, smart girl, do me a favor. Fill this out for me. Because I'm going to tell you about a party later. Everybody likes show, too.
That's fine.
Everybody likes show. Because you're so great and shit. Not all of it. Don't fucking get me an A.
That actually really made me sad that no one ever said, "Hey, smart girl" to me in school.
Your job should have been to say, hey, smart girl to somebody else. Hey, here's Matt. What's up, Matt?
Hey, what you were talking about earlier, just wanted to get some clarification. You're saying people in the South just like to hang out. My brother's girlfriend, when she comes into town, she's always wanted to do something and just a pain in the ass. And I always thought she was a bitch, but maybe it's just that she's from somewhere else. She's from Chicago.
Yeah, people in Chicago
really
like to do stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, just never thought of it as a
Bunch
thing.
of busybodies running about.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's very interesting.
All right, give her a little time to settle in.
Yeah. Get her blood pressure way down.
Here's a southern accent. Hey, you got any more checks?
Yeah.
All right, let's take a look. So far, I haven't turned down one of your checks. What the hell's going on? You're ringing? All right, I don't know who's who here.
Yeah, but there's you can swipe and then other pictures show.
You got
who
an
it is.
incoming call from North Carolina.
That's a creditor.
So answer it, or
No, do not answer it. Just hit reject. Please hit reject. Please.
I just want to talk to them and see how much.
No.
I just want to find out how much.
He's gonna answer.
No, don't answer. Please don't.
Chris Stanley here, back from making a lot of money today.
Stop that.
I'm just letting it ring, dude. I'm not gonna fuck it.
Thank you.
You know. All right. This looks like Molly.
All right, let's see.
She kind of has a Molly look about her.
She does.
Hey,
so you've always had a secret crush on Molly?
I'm swiping right on everyone.
I got news for you, dude. I need you to send that break the other day when we found the Yelps to Molly, and make sure that I said something nice in it about Molly being the one who found it.
It'll be to her soon.
What?
It'll be to her soon.
Beat her soon.
Don't beat her.
It'll be to her. It'll be to her very soon.
No, he just asked you to pull it.
I'm not asking for speed. You know what I mean? She's not going anywhere. Look at Dan. What's he up to?
Sweet Dan.
Disco? Dan, what's happening? Yeah, Disco Dan.
Hey.
What's up, man?
How are you guys? I just
Good.
wanted to say hi.
You're going to have to be our new Bert Kreischer because we all hung out with Bert today and had fun.
Yeah, he lost a lot of weight, and maybe I'll do that too.
Oh, okay.
He said he just went anorexic and didn't eat, and that's the healthiest way.
I don't foresee that happening.
How are you going to try to do it?
Exercise. A lot of exercise.
Mm-hmm.
They say don't. I saw this the other day. Don't exercise until you hit. Oh, Pendulette said it.
Yeah.
Out of all people.
Hit your goal weight, then start toning the bod.
Do you believe in magic?
Yes.
Okay. In a young girl's heart?
Not particularly there, but elsewhere.
How's everything going? What's your radio station called? Laughs a Lot?
Laugh USA. Ron.
Sir Laughs a Lot? What do you got going on over there?
It's going really well. We had a week-long Christmas special where we aired some albums, and they were new, so that was fun. Gad Elmaleh is going to do a takeover on there at the end of the month in advance of his Carnegie Hall show.
I've seen posters for him all over town.
Yeah, on the subway I saw a couple.
I loved him when he came.
Yeah, he's great, man.
Yeah,
and how do you say food? Is it food?
Yeah, that's
I like when someone says, "How do you say something?" and it's very little. He's asshole. Is that the word you use?
Yes,
asshole.
It is. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You got
more
it. Chicks. You ever do the Tinder, Dan?
Yeah, I just reinstalled it yesterday after Chris encouraged me to.
All right, here's fucking Ellen May Clampett, 40 years old. Currently fighting a chocolate croissant addiction, and it's not easy. I signed a lot of petitions online. I like vegetables and yoga, but it's okay if you don't. I can't say I love country music, but I would enjoy ballroom dancing for sure. I used to act as Columbia in the RHPS, best movie ever, followed by Blade Runner.
Oh my God, she used to be Columbia in Rocky Horror Picture Show. That's what she's saying.
Oh.
She used to play Columbia.
You had me until ballroom dance.
Well,
you don't like Big BD?
No, it's a lot of that's more graceful than I think me or Chris could ever do.
What about a ballroom blitz? Would you be okay with that?
I'd be very interested.
He hasn't had any ballroom since he's got those new pants. They're too tight. Look at this. They got everybody out on the fucking runway. Whoa. Fort Lauderdale. God, I hate to see people like that. Tired of bad news.
Yeah.
What if we found out it was the same 4 people that tortured that special needs kid?
How'd they get out?
I don't know how they do anything.
They just must let him out. There you go.
I saw the Joker. He was able to escape from all kinds of shit.
Yeah.
Watch out they don't put a phone in someone's belly. Yeah. That's the shit you gotta watch out for.
That's how they get you.
Be gentle on my curves. And then, she writes, not everybody's cup of coffee.
Neither am I, lady.
Oh, she's cool. She's like got like a Bollywood thing going.
Yeah, I believe she's Indian. At least from the looks of it.
Yeah, well, don't go saying that in case she's Pakistani.
Oh, shit.
But yeah, I dig her too.
I'm into it.
If I was you, I'd switch religions for her.
Really? I don't know if I can put the work in.
I want you to put the work in. That's the whole point of this.
You need to
what we're
work.
trying to fucking do here.
Work.
Love that song.
I'm not even going to turn around and look at this bad news right now. It's making me so sad.
I know, don't even look. At least they're getting to go back in the airport with their little stupid pulley things.
Who's the last match from yesterday?
Hate the doubles. I don't know who they are.
Yeah.
I know, it's really annoying.
I would swipe left on anyone with multiple people.
Yeah,
Unless you're going to be in a fucking three-way with these two Calhouns. Look, she looks just like we're talking about. She's got a fucking hat on. She's fucking hitting a big goddamn frozen drink.
Chris,
she looks like she's sorority too.
You know, she's got too many. She's like campy without the girlfriends.
Yeah, I don't like her.
No.
I don't like the fucking
You need a
serious.
loner like you.
Yeah, you need a lone wolfine. Why don't you double date with Dan? Dan, anybody swipe on you yet?
I'll double date with Dan.
Not only that, I have gotten one in the last minute, a match.
Whoa!
Bring it in, big cat.
Bring it in. Bring it in.
Bring it in.
Run, Dan.
God damn, that's funny.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he's running.
He really is. He's a good little runner.
Calm down.
What? Voss.
Holy shit, I love her.
Take a look at that,
Hey,
Chris.
I'm just here to mess around
Whoa.
and get my heart broken.
Oh, shit.
I think that's my wife right there.
Dude, I like her.
I like it.
I can't believe she's only 21 though.
Wow.
Yeah, she does look a little bit older than 21, but...
I think that's acceptable.
Let's see what your picture looks like on there.
Yeah, well, I'd like
I
to
saw
see
Chris's.
I got a couple here.
Yeah.
I'll show you.
Dude.
I tried to do one of me in the woods to try to look like I'm outdoorsy.
No.
You're just like in Central Park. Just...
Yeah.
Oh, that is such a cute picture.
Oh my God. Who you're next to,
my favorite musician, Jim James.
Jesus, I thought it was the guy that used to be with fucking The $1 Million Man.
Yeah, I
thought it was Virgil.
Oh no, that is Virgil. Yeah. He was here one day.
Okay.
The other one's later.
Why are you fucking saying I'm with Virgil?
Because I met him one day and talked to him. He was on Sam's show, and he was standing by my desk for a while, and we talked for like 30 minutes. So I asked to take a picture with him because I thought his pink tuxedo was really sweet.
Dude, by the way, that picture, how stupid your hair looks, is so fucking cute.
This is so cute.
Yeah.
This is adorable. I hope you know.
Thank you.
Like,
Oh my God.
look at those.
Chris would swipe right on that shit.
It's so
Swipe right on
cute.
everything, bro.
Okay, so
Jen, would you swipe right on that?
Definitely.
thank you.
Have you talked to talked to the girl yet?
No, it's been like 30 seconds
Fucked
since I
up.
matched. Do you think it's like messaging him immediately? Is that bad or good?
Oh no,
What's
is
that?
there like stuff like you have to wait a certain amount of time so you don't
Yeah.
look
What
like
do
a
you do,
desperate
Brad?
weirdo?
I've done both.
I'd say fucking go for it, dude.
How long do you
Okay.
wait till you text your babies?
I give him 3 days.
Text her, Dad. Hit her up.
Okay. What should I say?
Sup, babies?
What's up?
Sup, babies?
No,
plural?
no, don't say that.
Don't.
Sup,
You're gonna
girl?
fuck this shit up.
Yeah.
Don't fuck your shit up, because this
Let's
could be
see.
It's like,
great for you.
Yeah.
Let's
you
see.
need this.
Her name's Lillian. Maybe I'll say, hey, Lil.
No.
You don't give her a
no, my
nickname right
God, not right away.
All right, let's see. I gotta see if I can get any sense of her interests.
Yeah.
No, I can't. So
Call her
she
Elvis.
likes Starbucks.
Dude, she sounds fucking great.
Yeah.
Oh.
Do you like
Just say to her,
Starbucks?
just having a latte right now. I'll get back to you later.
Say, I saw your profile pics and I like 'em a latte.
I like that.
Oh.
And then I'll just jump out of the window.
Why don't you just say this? Why don't you just write to her, saw your pic, me likey, me licky. See if she thinks that.
I think we have a winner.
Dude, unlike Chris, you look like your pictures, so that's fucking great.
Yeah, Chris is just selling lies out there. Like straight lies.
out there.
Use one from like 7 years ago.
No, they're fucking current, but it's
No,
just,
they're just
I look-
They
very kind.
just don't show his body.
They don't show your body.
So
You ever have like a walkout, like a date, you show up and then they're just like...
Not yet, but I'm sure it's coming.
Now, Vito, you would do a full body shot, right?
Yeah, I'd throw a full body shot in there. I don't want any surprises on that first meeting. You know what's more heartbreaking than anything? Showing up and then being like, oh, this is what I signed
Why
up
don't
for?
you just have somebody doing a body shot out of your fucking belly button?
That's great.
Ooh. I have pictures of that, I think, from the McFadden
If we can
days.
get somebody who can drink that much liquid.
What about hay with a bunch of Ys, like 7 Ys?
No.
Why don't you be
don't do
yourself?
that.
What would you say if you were with
What would I
her?
say? I'd say nothing.
How long has it been since you were this steady girl?
A steady, like a real relationship, like not since not since my senior year of college, which was like 2.5 years ago.
Yeah, what happened there? What went wrong?
I don't know. I guess I just got kind of like, I don't know. Don't see this long term. So why keep it going? You know?
Yeah.
Cool guy, huh?
Cool guy, damn.
Yeah, cool guy fucking went out of his
Yeah.
way.
He's like,
And now
don't hold me
2.5
back,
years
lady.
later.
Hold
You're
me
like,
back.
why did I leave first on my way to steal second? Why didn't I just fucking... Why didn't I fucking keep it going?
You said, I have a feeling there's going to be this thing called Tinder. And I'm going to be cleaning up.
You know, somebody was talking at the stand this week about, like, you can't have multiple girlfriends like you used to have because of Instagram and shit like that. And I remember when I had my club, comics would pretty much have a girlfriend in every town.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they would meet a girl in fucking Alabama, and that would be their Alabama girlfriend when they played there, you know, and then they would have a girl in fucking Atlanta or whatever. But it was never, you know, it was just like little relationships. Now, everybody would know.
Yeah. Now you're like looking like a real skeezer.
But are you? I mean, what's wrong with that thing? You know what I mean?
But then again, Tinder is saying I meet up with people, I date regularly.
Right.
Like maybe if you're doing that, if you're not in a relationship with someone and doing that, but if you're already putting it out there, I think Tinder, you kind of understand that you're not the first date this person's had on Tinder.
These a couple of those girls charge. I know it.
Let's see what the price.
Now, when I started on the app, there was a lot of potential charge, like people were soliciting for money, like a lot.
So what?
No,
you prejudiced?
No, not prejudiced. Not.
What'd you consider?
Would I pay
What
for
would you pay?
intercourse?
How much?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Is it like the more you pay, the more like?
No, it's just like you like what you see.
Okay.
But
And then you go
there's
to
always gonna
check
be
the
Vegas prices that are more expensive.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what do you think?
What's like the most I would pay?
Yeah. And would you want the girlfriend experience?
Ooh. Oh, like
Cuddle.
out to dinner and stuff.
Yeah.
And like a hangout sesh after.
I'd probably like to get to know her a little bit, you know,
Cute.
little hangout sesh, you know, I'd say
Sweet guy.
200 would be the most or the least I'd pay. I don't know.
I would react, but I don't know what prices are, so I would say, guys, any ideas? Do you think that's
apparently
a fair
paying
price?
for paying for sex in Amsterdam is really easy.
Right, but that's a long haul from
Yeah,
here.
that's. I mean, now you're gonna have to buy a
Fly
plane
out,
ticket.
I don't know, spend a
You
weekend.
know, there used to be prostitutes everywhere in New York,
Right.
stand on the corner. But now there's certain kinds of prostitutes. Like I've had this happen to me in Midtown, where a very nice looking woman, well dressed, would come over and go, "Hey, is there anywhere to get a drink around here?" And that would be the hit. And like a moron, I'd be going like this: "Oh my God, there's nothing but places to get a drink around here." And I'm explaining places.
You just take out your
And
like
she's
Yelp
like,
app.
yeah, and she's like, "Hey, you want to go get a drink?" And I go, "Oh, okay, now I get it." You know.
Oh, I see.
But I also was walking around smoking a cigar 3:30 in the morning. This happened twice. Women pulled over in SUVs. They're driving around, not me, right?
Yeah.
And they pull over to see if I was interested. And I was like, this is really just a fucking, bizarro world flip of what I thought the way
you're
the world.
in the car.
Yeah, you're in the car asking me how much.
So yeah, the jobs are just walking the streets at night. Hello. Just waving cabs past. No, I don't.
That
You.
happens. Dude, that happens all the time that you have to wave a cab
I
away.
hate that. And when you want a cab, they're nowhere to be found.
But
if you just like go out for a smoke, you're like,
yeah, they'll pull up on the fucking sidewalk and try to get you. Come on, get in. I'll take you anywhere.
I don't want
I'm at home.
I got this cold, man.
I know.
Sucks.
It sounds bad.
It moved from my chest up to my head last night.
Oh man.
Yeah.
It's rough.
Yeah, my doctor said there's nothing he can do.
With nothing?
Nothing.
Like an antibiotic, maybe?
For a cold? Where do you come from? You know there's no cure for a cold.
Figures take an antibiotic. Soup?
You're going to be such a dumb Tinder dater.
Oh my God.
Well, hopefully head colds and antibiotics
Soup just
don't
keeps
come
you
up.
busy until your cold's gone. That's
I
all
gotta make
soup
this
does.
soup.
Yeah, I'm having soup. It's the same as if you didn't have soup. Nothing's different.
I always wondered, like, how hard is it to just make soup from scratch? Like just you just turn the water on.
Never made a soup?
No, do you just turn the water on and throw some?
You gotta have
items
stock.
in it?
Yeah, or you like
What's the
make
difference between stock and water?
Oh my God.
Yeah, you could do a homemade stock, or you could buy stock and then
it's
throw
the
a
same
bunch
thing. It's the same thing. By the way. There's no sense in making homemade stock.
The stock market, you know.
Oh my God.
Oh boy.
Do you like soup?
Say that on the. Can you write that? So my friends are talking about soup.
The stock market.
And by the way,
but do a soup emoji.
yeah, and then go like this. Chicken stock, that is. Anyway, what time should I pick you up tonight? Send her back a picture with you with a fucking knife and said, I just found a great present for your back.
No.
So, you hear back from her?
I don't know. I'm still kind of self-conscious.
I like that you're rocking
she's
the comedy department. It's serious. You're not even doing it, right?
I just say I'm in radio. That's all.
You're not in radio. That's the biggest lie of all. They
You
find
don't
out you're in
say-
serious.
You don't say like where you work.
When we get into a conversation, then I say where we work. Redhead girl guessed serious right away.
Really?
Kind of weirded me out, but I was like, all right, let's keep it going.
I fucking like her.
She's probably listening right now.
Oh, hey, Redhead.
I said nothing but nice things about you.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
When I pulled the tapes, I said a lot of nice stuff.
She's red hair, right?
Yeah.
So you got to say to her, do the drapes match the hair on your vagina? And then, right, I think that's how it goes. You didn't hear anything back on that?
No.
Shit. She bailed.
Shouldn't have sent that 2-year-old dick pic.
What?
You said
a 2-year-old baby?
No. 2-year-old photo of my
Oh my God, that's
penis.
not what it sounded like, dude.
I'm just saying this. When fucking Chris did his line, I never saw anyone clap for themselves before.
Oh my God,
You
he
just
did.
clap for yourself
I
like a
clapped for
moron.
you.
Why
Huh?
did-
I clapped for you.
What?
We said the same thing. We said fucking 2-year-old.
Yeah, but I didn't start
You
clapping
said-
for myself. You did.
You said, "Yay, me! I'm funny."
Baby, good.
Chrissy did good.
Then he said, forward me that picture. Fucking sick.
I did say that. Not a pedophile.
That's what your eyes said.
Put that on your picture. Not a pedophile.
Definitely not a pedophile.
Wink, wink. All right, Chris. We do need to break here, right? For
Yes,
a
we do.
second.
Yes, we
Dan,
do.
can you hang out or you got to go?
I can hang.
I mean,
Nice.
you don't really
Good.
have a real job, right?
No, I just
Not
kind
like
of
a real
come and go as I please.
Like a karma chameleon.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
You see anything in him? You
No.
think that you and Dan could ever work out, Jen?
What do
You
you
know, me and Dan, we have like the same relationship as me and Vito. You know, it's like
Sexual?
friends,
Oh.
not there. It's not there. So
You got
I
to get
can't
away
think
from
that,
the
like,
cheating teachers, though.
Yeah, that
You
was
talked to that guy since?
Nope. Deleted him from everything.
Bye.
And the girl.
Not
Oh,
hot
yeah,
for
you know-
teacher.
You got any pictures of her?
Yeah.
Let me see her.
I deleted her on Insta, but I think she doesn't have it private.
Pinterest?
Oh no,
Instagram.
Instagram.
Oh.
Insta. That's what we say for short.
Did that come up?
Oh, there she is.
Here.
Oh,
This is
she
from
has
Instagram.
a. Yeah, you can only see like the. Can't see much.
Yeah, right.
You can.
Oh, that's a fucking skank. That's a serious skank.
I didn't want to say that because I don't slut shame, but the fact that I just said that I
The
don't
fact that
slut
she's
shame,
a-
just tell me I don't want.
Oh, I don't know that we don't slut shame. We're done with that? Okay.
Yeah, I'm kind of done with it.
wow.
But I do.
Look, I'd say this. I think
She's
we
very
should.
shameable, though.
I think we slut shame when we want to hurt someone
Right.
for our friend's benefit.
I think she's tasteful, honestly. That's a lot of
You
nice
know what?
pictures.
That's turning your back on your friend. You
I'm
gotta
sorry,
say to Jen, I'm on your team.
Jen,
We gotta be out of the same gang here.
yeah.
I got a break, Dan.
All right,
Stop
yeah.
rambling. Did you just call me honey?
Okay, hon.
Wish you wouldn't. Right back, Bennington. Hey, everybody. It's the Bennington Show. Ron Bennington, Gail Bennington.
Yo.
And me, Ron Bennington. Michelle Winnell just stopped by. First time we saw you in 2017.
2017.
And you just name-checked Running Scared. Like, every time I say you bring up the movie Running Scared.
I love that movie.
It's Billy Crystal and Gregory Hines.
Gregory Hines.
Here's the funniest thing to me. They beat up people. Those two skinny guys beat up people throughout the movie.
The last time I was here, we did discuss this
Yeah.
movie.
It's your favorite movie.
Well,
She loves it.
I love Gregory Hines so much. So there's
Gregory Hines was he also in Something Nights where him and a
Yes.
Russian danced?
Gorbachev? No. Miguel? Oh, shit.
Mikhail
It's
Gorbachev.
not, because that would be weird.
Oh, yeah, that's crazy.
It could have a real...
You know, we used to have famous Russian ballet dancers, right?
That was him.
And that he might have been the last one. They don't have the male, but for years there was always like a heavyweight fighter.
Baryshnikov.
The famous, Baryshnikov lives here in New York.
He was married to Brinkley or someone... No.
He was a coxman, this guy. He did very, very well with the
really get
ladies.
some bootay.
Yeah. And the guy before him, Nureyev, I think.
Yes.
He was gay. A gay person. And
Out?
then,
Out?
I don't think so. Nobody was out then.
Yeah.
But it was kind of well known behind the scenes. You know, it was put up with. But we don't have that anymore.
Like the famous ballet.
Well, we don't care about art anymore. We care about
Thank you.
20 seconds of hilarity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
And-
fucking meme world that Dan brought in. Was
Why
his
did you make
generation.
memes?
I had to make a living.
Why didn't you just spell it MEES?
I needed an air of mystery to the project, so I decided to spell it in a way that would be
Dan,
difficult.
fuck you, okay?
Because
Okay.
memes make me upset. I
Yeah,
want
they
some
do
Mimi.
look memes.
The film with Gregory Hines is White Nights.
Yes.
Oh, stop looking stuff up.
Well, who was Baryshnikov married to? The famous
While you're
model.
Googling.
Jessica Lange.
That is not a famous model. So
Well,
fuck
I
you,
think she
Chris.
did model in her early days.
Really?
Yeah.
That
I had Jessica Lange in here and was just completely in love with her.
Frances. She played
Frances.
It was the movie was called Frances, but it was
Yeah.
Frances.
Ford Coppola. She played Frances Ford Coppola.
She
was
played
so much weight.
Frances McDormand.
All of these, and
it
Seattle
was a
girl.
50s actress.
Seattle girl who went crazy. Her mom put her in a 50-50, 51-50. Okay, dropping bombs.
Hey, what do we call that special, Vito? You never got around to it. God, why are you so slow?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear. I was taking a phone call.
Oh,
A personal
okay.
call?
Yeah, it's personal call time. Look,
Girlfriend calling you?
let me tell you
Leslie?
something.
Forget to get something special for the.
You're going to have a special for us to do, right? For
Yes.
Raw Dog. And it's us and our favorite comedians.
Yes.
All right. Now, I've got a PD from one of the stations here. Sir laughs a lot.
That's what they call me.
He puts specials together all the time. What do you name it our special?
I think a great name would be Bennington 2517.
What's that based on?
Like a Bible verse?
No, like in the movie Pulp Fiction.
When he did a Bible
When
verse?
he did a Bible
yes, I
verse,
mean,
yeah.
A specific
Oh, God.
Bennington 2517.
25 of the best comedians you should listen to and stand up. I mean, in 2017.
I kind of like it. No.
Sir laughs a lot. What do you think?
That's a bit of a thinker.
Yeah. You don't want to make him think, right?
No, you got to feed it right to him,
Yeah.
Meme.
like a pile of mush.
What would you call it? Mush for the fucking dirty hordes?
Eat this, you cunt.
I'd call it Ron's Funny Time.
All right, seriously, dude.
That's the kind of names
I
I
like
give
Vito's
shit on
better.
my channel.
Oh, laughs a lot.
You're putting me on the spot here.
Yes, that's the whole fucking point. We're looking for help. He thinks 25-17 is too much of a head scratcher.
It made you scratch your head?
Yeah, it's, I mean, I had to be told it was the Pulp Fiction reference. I mean, I don't watch that movie like every day, so.
I do.
That's what's
really.
wrong.
Why wouldn't
That's
you?
how I start my morning.
Yeah. It was pretty good. It's like not one of my favorite of Quentin's films.
What the fuck are you talking
Are
about?
you fucking high?
I don't even think it's in my like top 5.
Are you giving me your top
fucking
5?
five?
Yeah,
First of
what's
all-
number 1 then?
First of all, I'm going to walk you out to the fucking train tonight because of this crowd. 2, let's go 5-1 for you.
Okay.
And there's no Pulp Fiction.
There's no Pulp Fiction. Okay. I got
Do you know any
Do you mind if I
other
pull up the
other
list?
movies?
Because like I would know.
Yes,
I don't want to like be
necessary.
incorrect
Just go
here.
ahead.
Yeah. You don't want to fucking suddenly
While
just...
he's talking, I want to say that his shirt reminds me a little bit of Fez's old gay shirt.
It's very similar.
That's why I got it.
It's
at
really
least,
similar.
For a minute, I was like, Fez?
Fez? You thought Fez was here?
Not really.
By the way, I love you in this look.
It's
you know what I mean?
a great look. Your hair
Theater.
looks great.
You know what it looks like? It looks like theater.
Yeah.
I'm so dramatic.
Because it's not a turtleneck, right? But it's up high.
It
is a turtleneck?
Yeah. I apologize for that, though.
I can't wear a turtleneck because I had a cord wrapped around my neck when I was born.
No, I can't.
That's just...
Telephone cord. Anyway, what do you got, Dan?
All right.
My dad didn't want him.
All right. I'm going to put number 5.
Yeah.
Kill Bill Volume 1.
Okay.
Okay.
Number 4. Volume 2.
Ugh.
Kill Bill?
Kill Bill.
Okay. 3.
Number 3. Hateful Eight.
Really?
I really liked it.
Okay. Number 2.
Inglourious Bastards. And 1. Reservoir Dogs.
So why would you love Reservoir Dogs and not love Pulp
Yeah, that's
Fiction?
interesting to me.
I think Pulp Fiction, I don't know. It seems like it got, a lot of hype for being so like inventive, and it seems like very, do you know, I gotta know all of his movies are like derivative of like,
So what?
old
Yeah, but-
cinema and stuff, but that one I think it's like almost annoying.
It's
at
not
that
true.
point.
There's nothing else that we
Also,
would say is
Jackie
like,
Brown doesn't make his top 5.
Oh, I forgot you. I missed Jackie Brown. Okay.
You put
Jackie Brown number.
Who gets bumped? Just say who gets bumped.
Hateful Eight. Come on.
No, I like Hateful Eight. One of the Kill Bills.
Which one?
Okay. 1. Bump it. Number 5, Jackie Brown.
I'm going to agree with him. I prefer 2 to 1 because it has that speech that I love so much.
You get to see Carradine, and it's awesome.
You get to see David Carradine, not the other ones, not
the
Robert
other one.
Carradine or
Not
Keith.
The one who started on Broadway.
What's your beef with Keith over there?
I don't know. I just like to have a beef.
She
with
fucking
everything.
hates Keith.
Oh my god.
The
I've never
lady
met-
hates Keith Carradine. I'm easy.
No,
Yeah, I'm easy.
I love the Carradine family, though. You know, the daughter Martha, the Plimpton.
Wait, Martha Plimpton is related
She's
to the
a Carradine?
Carradines?
What?
What are
Wow.
you kidding me? How?
Do the Googles. I don't remember
Googles.
how.
This is
And
fucking
when I'm
mind-blowing
wrong,
to me.
when
Google
I'm
the
wrong,
Goonie.
please.
But
I
let's just say this. We'll all agree that we love Martha Plimpton.
Oh yeah, no
That goes
matter
without saying.
whether she's a
I
Carradine or
think
not.
it's David's daughter.
What? This is mind-blowing.
This cannot be true.
What is going on?
All right, she's Keith Carradine's her father. Shelley Plimpton's her mother.
What the
David
fuck?
Carradine's her uncle.
Wait,
Wow.
where's my mic to drop it?
Just take that mic out and drop it.
Sorry, it wasn't effective.
This is mind-blowing to me.
I had no idea.
I've had her on the show. And,
You would
didn't
have
know
talked
that.
to Carradine.
I would have fucking brought it up.
Mm-hmm. She's a theater baby. A theater baby.
Yeah, she did say that she'd grown up in the theater.
What now? Okay, because I do confuse them. Which one played Will? The tap dancing. Will?
Good Will Hunting.
No, it's a musical. That was. Oh God, the
Will
wife.
he get your gun?
Will he? He had an expression for everything in the 30s.
Will I Am.
No, you fuck nut.
Will Rogers?
Rogers Follies.
Yeah.
It was Keith or David.
Google.
Keith. There's no way David did that.
No, David wouldn't tap.
No, because he was too busy
Gail, do you
kung
rem-
fuing,
Do
right?
you remember when I took you that little Comic-Con to meet Space Ghost?
Yeah.
You were little?
Yeah.
Well, because I used to know him when we were kids. And fucking David Carradine was supposed to be there. And this is before the Kill Bill, so I'm saying to the kids, holy shit, Kung Fu's going to come by. So Well, I mean, this is the littlest fucking comic thing you've ever seen in your life. And then David Carradine walks in, and he's got this really young girl, and they walk behind the table, and they just make out for like 5 fucking minutes, and then they split. And I'm saying to the kids, hey, do you believe it? That's fucking David Carradine making out with that young girl. This is amazing to me. Because Kung Fu was the shit to me. That fucking, just awesome. Slow motion kicking. I'm sure your dad was crazy about Kung Fu.
He fucking loved David Carradine.
Did he love Bruce Lee?
Yeah, he loved Bruce Lee. He loved Kung Fu films.
Yeah.
He loved Kung Fu, and he also watched Kung Fu: The Legend Continues, which was all on TNT or something, which is like another TV show where he beat people up slowly. Yeah, exactly. So
and wherever he went, people started shit. Like, he never had a reputation as a guy who could beat people up. Like, they would always like, look at the Chinaman. They would fucking fall for it every time. And then slowly, he would just fucking
fuck people up.
I saw David Carradine, and this was fucking live on The Tonight Show, right? He comes out, and he's fucking whacked. He's just fucking whacked. And he comes out, I think, if I remember correctly. Yeah, but George Carlin was hosting.
Oh.
And he was like sitting with his legs crossed. He was talking about stuff. And he was just reading shit off his hand. He had written stuff down on his arms. And then George said to him, like, you're going to be here, let me see. And just started reading his arms. And I remember being a kid, like, being thrilled. Just fucking be like, George Carlin is great, and I hope when I get older I can just get fucked up all the time and go on TV. I didn't know this about Martha Plimpton, though.
I'm pretty excited about.
Did you meet Martha Plimpton on the street
I
when
did.
You were a kid?
Well, yeah, I was in high school, and I had to make it right. Because I was with somebody who was doing like a, hey, you're a goonie, like something like that. God. And I had to be Jesus. Like, and I was like, Martha Plimpton, like, thanks so much for taking the time talking to us. That was really sweet. And she was like, oh, yeah. And then like her attitude changed. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you to this kid? Because I was really mad at him for doing it.
I hate when people bring up stuff.
You know what? No, I wasn't even I was a freshman in college because it was someone I knew from college who was not from the city. Who was hanging out like an idiot and just like, you don't just yell goonie at someone.
It's so
you just
stupid.
don't yell goonies. No. You don't do it.
It's bad.
Well, look what he did to Virgil. Fucking Dan was yelling, oh man, when $1 Million Man slapped that kid's basketball away.
Yeah.
So like, he's known for his own singles work.
Do you agree that everybody has a price?
$1 Million Man.
Everybody's got a price.
He was great. I'll tell you one thing about the $1 Million Man. He never spent one day, as far as I know, as a face. He was always the heel.
That's full commitment. I like that.
Those are my favorites.
That's pretty awesome.
You never faced for a minute.
Vince McMahon used to give him money to go to restaurants and pick up the bill for everybody in the place and just go, meals on the $1 Million Man, ha ha ha, and walk out. Just so everybody believed the gimmick.
I still believe.
That makes me really joyful.
I saw him do like something. It was like Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous, and it was a $1 Million Man. I think that was Vince's house.
Oh shit!
Yeah, he was at Vince's house. I thought it was his.
It's great. To this day, I still thought it was DiBiase's house.
Well, what was that pool? Like the water is running. It's like
infinity pool.
Yeah, but no, infinity pool is like visual. This is like a 10-foot pool, but it's rushing towards. So you can just.
So you can keep exercising with just in a little amount of space.
Are those also the kinds that you can go on a board with?
No. Yeah, it's a wave pool at a fucking.
Why not? Hey, you're rich.
You're the $1 Million Man.
You can do anything.
You're worth $1 million.
But that's it. It's the 80s, right? So that seemed a little
the
more.
The world is your fucking oyster.
I heard you got born again.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
That's so disappointing.
Really? You don't like Christians?
I hate them.
Oh my God.
Jesus.
I hate a whole bunch of Americans.
Sure,
Although
why
I
would
do
you?
believe in Jesus Christ as my personal savior.
Oh, okay.
Just
I think that's okay.
Oh, so he doesn't have time for the rest of us.
Nope.
Your person.
My personal savior.
Your own personal Jesus is what you're saying.
He's my own personal Jesus.
Hey, Robert, what's up, buddy?
Yeah, hey, Ron. You mentioned Kung Fu and you said something about Bruce Lee. I'm sure you know it, but I wasn't sure if everybody else knew that that was originally a vehicle pitched for Bruce Lee, the Kung Fu TV show, but he was too ethnic, and so the producers wouldn't do it, and that's how David Carradine ended up.
Yeah.
You're too Kung Fu.
You're the real
Like,
deal.
we wanted Kung Fu?
Who is that? Dave Hill's bit where he's like, "I'm sure some of the people were kung fu fighting, but I doubt very much."
Everybody. GPS Chicago Blues premieres tomorrow at 3 p.m. East on Deep Tracks Channel 27. And that's going to be a really exciting one.
Yeah, and then after that, it'll be available on demand. There'll be replays all next week as well.
What are the replays?
It's Tuesday at 10 a.m. and then Wednesday at 4 p.m. on Deep Tracks Channel 27.
This was a good one. This was like really exciting. Thank you to Connor. So much, Connor, for helping us.
He's the best. And also, like, I hadn't listened to Howling Wolf in a while, and it just blew me away.
I have been, since we did cut GPS, I have been listening to Howlin' Wolf. Like, I listened to all of those guys when we were putting it together, but Howlin' Wolf is who I am still listening to since we cut this show.
It's fun walking music.
It's fun walking music?
Yeah, I've been listening to it like on the walk to the bar on Fridays, and it's been great.
To the bar only. Okay.
God damn it.
Where'd you lose?
I like a little nasal bullet that was given to me, and now I can't find it.
Oh, I love those things.
I've never used one.
Like a little inhaler? It's
No,
like
never.
a little, gives you a little, little sniff.
Like a bump?
Clears you up. Yeah, that was one of the things when I quit smoking. Like, I went through phases of getting, like, addicted to, like, toothpicks a little bit. That was one of the best ones that I had, was, like, doing the nasal bump. And then I had to stop because then people said it wasn't so good for you to be doing when you weren't sick.
Isn't there, like, alcohol in it?
No, it's not. Like, I had, like, that's what you have, right? It's, like, a natural one?
Yeah, I got a natural one. So pissed.
It's like, I can't remember, it was like maybe like geranium or like.
It was the one thing that helped me. Now it's gone. Like
what about
all my
in
dreams.
your pants pocket? Did you try there?
What lunatic would put it in their pants pocket?
I don't know.
Oh, here it is.
Guess what? This is in my fucking pants pocket.
Yay!
It's just hard for me to find out that I'm a lunatic. Ooh. And Daddy like it.
Oh, shit.
Those are nice.
I'm a big fan. Yeah, I got
that's
really
very helpful. That's very helpful.
But that was one of the few things that was calming to me when I was quitting smoking, because I was like, the toothpick was like okay, but it was more about the inhale exhale, I think, that I missed.
Really?
Like
you can just do that with breathing, they say.
Yeah, I know.
Like people who are really into that deep, hold your breath, let
Yeah.
it out, breathing.
Do you want to know a really weird one? I had like read like tips on like how to get past that panicky stage where you don't think like you cannot have a cigarette. And somebody had suggested that when they were quitting smoking, they would stick their head in the freezer and inhale because the cold air is thicker,
So it's
and
like
it kind of feels like you're smoking. And
Why not just
that
move
saved
into
me.
a freezer?
Yeah.
Just into a deep freezer.
I'd just stick
I'm
my
living
head
in the
oven.
walk-in. No, that's not
Sad.
You have an electric oven. It's not going to do anything.
Come on, man.
Slowly roast you.
Oh my God, I couldn't live like that. Electric oven.
Yeah, that's how he lives.
Oh my God.
Anyone break into your place recently?
Actually, there was a second. There was a second
break-in?
Yeah, and this time,
What street are you on? Hundreds?
102.
Yeah.
On the east or west?
East.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Spanish
Harlem?
That's what they call it. So we call it, so it was like 3 p.m. One of my roommates was asleep. It was a weekday and he was asleep in his room because he had worked all night or something. And, two guys entered and then like went into the room on the far left and all they stole was like old Madden games.
What year are we
Those are
talking
worth
about?
like $2. No, like 2015 maybe, like 2014. You can't sell at GameStop. You can sell those for like $1. Chris, did you steal my keys or something?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Wow, now they're saying 5 dead at that shooting
Oh no.
at Lauderdale Airport. 8 people taken to the hospital. Fucking just. You know, the thing about the airport is like you're always in a kind of a fun mood because you're either going somewhere or you're coming home. And then some fucking madness like this. You see his Lauderdale Airport all the time, too. You like the fact that it was casual. Like, I like smaller airports that are,
Yeah, me too.
I don't want some giant Atlanta.
I don't want to be like the
Chicago.
anxiety of like not making your flight because it's like too complex and massive. And you're like, I'm on the wrong side of the airport. I'll never make it.
I remember, and this was a million years ago, I was in Eureka, California. And they said it's like gate 2, and you go out, and it was just a fucking fence there, and then the 1 gate and the 2 gate were right next to each other. Like you would literally come out on the other side. You'd be on gate 2.
Follow the crowd.
You lived in Eureka for a while?
My aunt has a gold mine there.
A gold mine, huh?
Yeah, I don't know why. We're
Wow.
very wealthy, as you can tell.
They're mine.
I saw the turtleneck, believe me.
That turtleneck needs a bottle of Hennessy to go along with it.
And a cigar.
There was always people, like Mickey Rourke did like some kind of liquor thing when he was wearing a turtleneck, and I was like, I'm an actor in a turtleneck.
Yeah.
And this is a very good liquor that I'm drinking.
Isn't also in Lost in Translation when he's doing like for relaxing time? Like isn't he in like either a turtleneck or like a black sweater or something? I think it's Sunflower Time.
I'm listening to this podcast called the West Wing podcast. So it's watching every show and then talking about it 17 years later.
Right.
And I cannot tell you how obsessed I am again by West Wing. Anyway,
Because you love the writer?
I loved Sorkin. I only watched the first 4 seasons because it was Sorkin. So yes, but also I loved the characters. Obviously he wrote them, but the people who acted them are amazing. But they talk about like weird shit, like how John Spencer, who died, would sit in the makeup chair for 2 hours before he even had to be made up so that he could gossip with the makeup artists, and how he would, I wanted to pause for you guys to read that, watch that, listen to that, whatever you got to do with that.
There's this thing that was given to me. These are like master classes. So like
The Sorkin one.
Yeah.
And I was watching the Sorkin one and really enjoying it. And then I just, like I did with all school, forgot that.
Forgot to continue on.
Yeah. I was
Your
just like, oh
lessons?
shit, I own that Sorkin thing, right? But there's other people on there that give master classes too.
Yeah.
It's only like $90.
It's a really neat idea.
But Sorkin's thing was just, and this annoys me about writing, just keep writing.
Yeah.
No matter what. I'm like, I don't want to do that. I just
like
want
Stephen King.
I just want to write something and have it be great, and that's it. I want to write one thing.
Yeah.
And then done.
Yeah, I always had that problem where I would write something and then they were like, this is a great first draft. And I was like, oh, this is the only draft. I'm on to something else.
This is it.
I'm done with this thing. I'm like, that's not how you become a good writer.
Have you read
Then I
Stephen
don't
King's
have
On
it.
Writing? Because it is amazing.
What's that?
Stephen King's On Writing. That's the name of his book. It's about writing.
Writing every day. That's
Think
his
of a
thing,
scary
right?
thought and write a bad book about it. Stephen King.
Hush your mouth.
You think he's a good writer?
I think that this book makes me think he's a good writer.
Okay.
So read the book.
Have you read any Stephen King, or you just read the book about him?
I've read some.
Yeah.
Like, we all went through our phase.
Is there someone now, young, that is a famous writer? Like a novelist?
How young?
Franzen or
Michael
Franzen's probably, 45, 50?
Yeah.
Probably 50.
What about Jonathan Saffron Forward?
No, but if he walked down the street, would anybody know him?
No.
Not really, no.
Like when I was younger, if it was like fucking Norman Mailer or Truman Capote, these were famous people.
Right.
Norman Mailer would go on TV and, say something crazy and everybody it'd be in the papers the next day. I don't feel like we have those kind of writers. Say friends, and I don't know if anybody would recognize.
I think Sorkin's probably the only one we all would recognize as a writer of that, of our generation-ish.
Well, for me, if we're going to include screenwriters, I got to say Charlie Kaufman.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I
Charlie
find myself,
Day, why not?
I find myself occasionally obsessed with Charlie Kaufman, where I'll try to read as much as I can about his life. And to know that he and Louis C.K. wrote on the same show together is just bizarre to me.
It's really weird. But he's a genius. I love him.
Who else? I mean, it's a very rare thing these days.
Michael Chabon, but I would never know what he looked like.
I wouldn't either, but I agree with you that all the Pittsburgh stuff, I like that he kind of has that thing down.
We named our dog after one of his books.
What?
The Amazing Adventures of Cavalier and Clay. Our dog is named Cavalier.
That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, because all of our things in our life are named after.
Chris, you were a reader when you were younger, but not anymore?
We have a little book, baby.
Not so much anymore. I feel bad about it, too.
Yeah, I know.
You still read?
You read all the 50 Shades of Grey.
I did, and I also read that other trashy novel, Maestro, which I actually loved.
You actually, you raved about it.
John has a spy report for us.
Spy report.
John, what's up, buddy?
Hey guys, first off, Trump tuck for life, and they still have an active shooter situation at Fort Lauderdale Airport, a second shooter.
I had no idea that.
We saw that they had maybe caught someone.
They caught somebody,
Says on Fox.
Now,
yeah, but they got a second shooter in Terminal 1 in the garage area.
Do you know what motivation was?
Nah, they don't know anything yet. I think they're just trying to get the other shooter.
All right, I appreciate the update. Peace. Yeah, we have it up on the television screens, but we don't have the screens up.
Fuck.
That's crazy. How could they capture somebody?
Yeah, it's pretty rare.
They'd have to run out of bullets.
If it was in the terminal, wouldn't they have had to get through security, with their
Maybe they
gun?
came in blasting.
Yeah. Who knows?
Because that's
Maybe
the
they
thing.
work for the airport.
We shouldn't spread these rumors and just let...
Fake news.
Yeah, just
Can I
let
quote you on that?
They worked for Delta.
Maybe their husband found out that his wife, who was
15 years.
At 15 years, she was Stu, and she was having a sex with
triage?
A triage with a co-pilot and a pilot.
Wow.
She had triage with them.
It's a sex term that many people know.
He found out that they were double donging her.
It was in the Heine and the Heimlich.
Yeah.
It happened in the cockpit.
They actually... Although you're so happy about the cockpit.
I was sitting on that for a while.
Why would you sit on it?
There's so many young professionals coming in here.
Yeah, I know.
I know. They're the best dressed of anyone I've seen today.
They don't work here.
They're actually here from the airport and they're being escorted through.
God.
Okay, that's...
I mean, they look exactly the same.
Can I quote you on that?
Yeah, quote me on everything.
Are they a part of the triage?
Let me just...
Triage.
She's saying 3 ways of triage. She just used three.
What? It's not right.
No. I get Chris a T-shirt that says it's not rape if she's too drunk to say no.
Oh my God.
And now I found out that that's not even true.
Yeah.
That sucks because I was wearing that a lot.
I don't want to get into the details, but have you guys heard about this comedy producer who he and the girl were both in blackout drunk mode and apparently had sex, and now everyone's mad? Like,
at him?
Yeah. Well, they're not going to be mad at her.
I'd love it if it was at her.
What have you done?
What
but that's the thing. Like, we can't It's almost like you got to get somebody to sign something.
I know.
Before they
So
have
they were
sex.
both blackout drunk, and who's mad? She was?
Yeah, she said that she thought she was taken advantage of. Because
think
she doesn't remember anything about it.
He's like, me either, dude.
That's exactly what he's saying. He goes, I was fucked up. But it was literally at the club or something. You know what I mean? Like, it's not...
Maybe what we should do is have a mandatory... You have to have a snap before sex where you both look into the snap and say, yes, I want to have sex with this person. Me too.
And then your chastity belt just unlocks, swings open.
This would be
exactly.
the bad thing. Is if, like... Jen Selter, I want to have sex with you. And then she doesn't say yes, and then it'll stuck on the snap. Like, can we not put that up?
Delete that shit.
Someone takes a screen cap. Oh, it's done.
There's Ariana Grande. I'm going to send her ready to have sex with you.
And if you could just reply, that would be great.
And then everything will be fine.
Here's Kevin Hart. I'm going to have sex with him.
I would like to have sex with you.
Kevin Hart only works out on Snap. He doesn't do anything else but.
It's the only time he can make himself work out is if he knows he's being recorded.
Please make sure you snap with all your Tinder dates with consent.
What was
Because I worry about the drinking and the
Who did you put the pictures up? One of the Kardashian girls, the one that you're obsessed with?
Oh, Kylie Jenner put up some fire pictures from her vacation in
Okay, fire, that's a good thing.
Like, these pictures are
Your slang is so fucking stupid.
Did you make
hot fire?
Is that real?
It's true. No, yeah, fire's everybody I
It's
know
on
says
street.
fire.
It's on
Hot
street.
fire.
Straight smoke show.
Oh!
So heat's gone. In my day, things used to be cold.
Drop heat that usually means you're pooping.
In my day, we used to smoke angel dust laced with heroin. We called it black dust.
And you could fuck anyone on that.
Oh, sure. Oh, we didn't even wait. We did not even wait to see if she wanted to.
Okay, I'm understanding the fire now. I'm getting...
We didn't start the fire. All right. By the way, Channel 18 is the Billy Joel channel.
Thank you.
Yeah, I went and listened yesterday and got a chance to hear Piano Man.
For the 1200th.
Yeah, they only play Piano Man. Who's she with?
Who's that on the right with her? Looks like her sister-in-law.
On the right.
Oh, it's not Black China. It's just like her best friend.
Who would know?
Now I look like a racist.
All right. Now, this is the one that they say has a fake ass, right?
Yes, those are the rumors about her.
Yeah.
Well, we can't see her ass, so we can't say whether or
Keep
not it's
going.
true.
There's her ass right there.
Shit.
That thing looks like a life preserver.
Talk about triage.
Talk about anal, am I right, guys?
Were we?
I'm just saying.
What if you got like ass implants and then like when you went in the ocean, like you would float like bottom up?
Well, what if you shit yourself? Is that what you're saying?
No, I was going to say you would
This
float.
is dirty. Is this the kind of stuff you're going to say to your Tinder date?
Is this what's on Laughs a Lot?
No cursing on Laughs a Lot, right?
No cursing.
Can you say like farts and stuff?
What's the most you can do?
I started allowing the word damn and hell in the last couple months.
Whoa,
yeah, well, my children
you're changing. Laughs a Lot's changed.
If I showed you the emails we get from listeners, it's like these.
Please
people
show
are,
me.
I'll have to grab.
Yeah. Is it like if you hear a damn heck or hell or?
No, they were like. Yeah, just the bit most subtly refers to a penis, so you cannot play it more.
Just the outline. There was a joke about the outline of the penis and the pair of corduroys. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God, does he have a great outline?
God. Oh, what a dick.
Gorgeous.
Look, they're running again. They're running on the fucking tarmac.
Holy shit, this is crazy.
Just let them out. Let them go somewhere else.
I feel like that family isn't moving fast enough.
I know.
I feel like they don't have a good fucking plan down there in
Parents walking
Lauderdale.
their kid right there.
I know. It scares the shit out of you.
Kid up.
No. Let the kid fucking walk. He's got to learn to run away from shooters.
What's our new
It is
America?
2017.
Get used to it. This is the age of the terrorist. I don't know if this is terrorism, but I consider this terror.
If I'm in terror, then it's terrorism.
Thank you. Like those black kids that were roughing up the special needs guy. Terrorism.
Terrorist.
The lunatic that went in and shut up the church. Terrorism.
Yeah.
And did you see him yesterday? He's handling himself. He's his own lawyer.
Yeah.
And he's going like this. I don't think any of the family of the victims needs to come up and say anything.
He's like, why are they making me listen to all these families talk? And it's like punishment. And I don't know, man.
He doesn't want to hear it. I mean, this guy's a nut.
I mean,
great
he's
courtroom
goofy.
sketches, though.
When you think of it, he's downright goofy.
He kind of has some funny funness with him.
He's like a little weird.
He's a nut, this one. He's a real nut.
I wouldn't trust him with a gun. I don't know.
I wouldn't want to be there if he came in with a gun. If I was at church. That's why I think every minister should have a gun.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just fucking put it up. Look, before I get into this.
Behind the crucifix, there should just be one.
First of all, not only Catholics use crucifixes.
Really? I don't know much about those differences.
That's a big one.
Why? Because you're a Jew, right?
I'm a Jew.
Right.
That's right.
The Protestants hate the Jews, and the Catholics really hate the Jews. So that's the big difference between the two.
Right.
I hate them.
Why?
Oh my God, this is the second.
Why? Because of Palestine?
You. You should match on Tinder.
Oh my God, swipe it right.
What would you want to do with Palestine? Kill all those people? No.
Oh my God.
I feel like in Israel they're very like conservative, almost like they're like evil, kind of like not like the politicians are like they're like all our most sinister Republican people. So I don't really have any ties to that country. I have never been there. None of my family's been
Israel.
there. I kind of don't.
Would you go on Birthright?
I would go on Birthright. It's fucking free.
Hey, relax, dude.
It's free.
Yeah, but don't yell.
So I got really excited at the thought of
you want to go?
free trip.
Because I can hook you up with it.
You got
yes.
You got the ties? Yeah.
Moshe. Hey, it's Ronnie Big. Listen, I got a Jew hating, Israeli hating Jew. Self-hating. He wants to get a free trip. Let's make sure he doesn't come back. Yeah, I'll sing it for you. Palestine, won't you be my Palestine? So you want to go, right?
Yeah. It's
one-way ticket. I'm going to get it for you.
So I have to buy the other one?
No.
One way.
He's not coming back.
You'll be coming back in fucking cargo.
They'll find me nestled in the body of a camel.
Oh my God, that's such racism.
Sounds really racist against your own.
Star Wars.
Those are your
It's
people.
disgusting. And it's racist.
And
There was no camels in Star Wars.
There was never a camel.
There was a camel.
No,
the
there was
tauntaun. Whatever.
Yeah, that's not a camel.
Sorry. I like how he's like, I don't know, what is it, tauntaun? You knew it was a fucking tauntaun.
The entire time.
They look like kangaroos anyway.
Look, get that camel. Run this planet, Egypt. Camel, everybody.
Why don't you just go make a camel sound? And
They
as
had
I
the
went,
funeral
I was like,
for Carrie Fisher
Yeah,
and
that
her
was-
mom. Very sad.
yeah, really sad.
You know who sang there? Meryl Streep.
She sang?
Yeah.
What'd she sing?
Some kind of show business song. I can't even remember what.
There's
what
no
business like show. Yeah, look it up, Chris. See what show business song she sang. Maybe put on a happy. I don't know, something for.
Oh,
the mom.
Debbie Reynolds probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the saddest,
What she said,
man.
Chris.
Taking care of business?
That's Bachman Turner Overdrive. You're thinking of Bachman Turner Overdrive. It's as easy as fishing. You can be.
Did Ronwood Jr. come out?
And I've been taking care of business. Every day. Look, I got a problem with that song, right? All right, so the whole song,
What did you say?
the whole song is called "Taking Care of Business."
Yeah.
and it's about how this guy takes care of business.
So
right?
every day.
At the very end of the song, he starts going like this. Take good care of my business every day while I'm away. And I'm like, you just destroyed the 6 minutes of song. Why am I taking care of your business, Bachman?
You said you do it every day.
Yeah.
Now I'm doing it while you're away?
Every day now.
How did I never
getting
notice
paid
he said that?
No, go to the end of fucking taking care of business. I was listening the other day on Shallow Tracks.
You don't even-
Taylor has saved my life.
I know. I love those things.
I was almost panicking a little while earlier because I was so stopped up.
You sound a lot better from like an hour ago.
Yeah, I know. I'm getting better all the time.
Something else.
What are you doing?
This is sexy.
Playing the Exorcist theme? Thanks, Chris, for not
Chris, you didn't get it.
Would you find it in the other room for me? Thank you, Vito. You're going to have to be the star producer of the show.
2017 is not going well for you, Chris.
No.
Well, he's too busy dating.
Yeah, he's got
Let
his
me
sex
tell you
life
something.
going on.
He's thinking with the head of that dick right now.
Dick!
He got pussy on the brain.
You slapping rap for that dick in the night?
Oh, it's good.
Is that what you write to him?
Dick, here's some dick in the night. You ready for some dick in the night, lady?
Oh, yeah. I see Pat Dixon is here.
Oh. Have you been going on a lot of dates?
I got a few dates. Yeah, it's nice.
Does that chapstick have a tint to it that you're putting on?
It does.
The chapstick has a tint to it, Chris.
Oh, it's good. It's good.
But that's for a
you drop
woman
it?
that has a. You're now wearing
100%.
lipstick.
It's Blistex. It's
Yeah, but it has a tint.
Yeah, it's got a tint.
Notice how it's pink instead of white.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, yeah.
Kylie Jenner over there.
I wish. Wait a minute. This is for women?
Well, I mean,
Yes,
it's got a
it's fucking
tint to it.
lipstick.
You can wear it if you like.
No,
Look,
it's fine.
this is
It's cute. It's
2017.
A man is supposed to put on clear, not fucking
Yeah,
colors.
tinted.
Then it becomes lipstick. That's what she's fucking saying to you.
You're
I love that color, Chris.
Hey, thank you.
It makes your eyes sparkle.
Well, I'm going to be getting rid of this then.
Ah, it makes you look pretty.
No, it does look nice on you. I'm just letting you know
Oh. Well, it looks nice.
that it looks like you're wearing a bit of a color on your lips.
A rouge.
A rouge, if you
Have you
will.
put some on your cheeks too? Because they're looking rosy.
No, I didn't. So, well, I just feel silly.
You can do whatever you like. I don't want to judge you. I'm just letting you know.
Thank you.
So you are wearing lipstick right now.
Thanks for the heads up. At least my lips are, not dry. That's what counts.
Did you find that in the booth like the last one?
I found it in my apartment. I don't know whose it was. I never.
Maybe one of the ladies. The Tinder ladies. Which of all the Tinder ladies?
All the Tinder ladies?
All the Tinder ladies. All the Tinder ladies. All the Tinder ladies. Now put your hands up. I thought we were going
Which
to do
one
it.
does he like best?
Yeah.
The one that he's doing the second date with,
The
right?
one as of right
But
now.
I'm saying of the new class.
Oh, this new crop.
Yeah.
I kind of like the girl that Kreischer hated.
What? I didn't come
Here's the thing about
on. What
Kreischer.
about tits?
I think Bert doesn't like to think as female. He's making a point that he's always going to be with his wife.
Mm-hmm.
And he doesn't even want the slightest temptation. He doesn't like, oh, check out that bitch. Isn't that a hot chick? He doesn't play
Like
that
we
game.
do.
Because that can lead places.
Yeah. Slippery slope.
He doesn't like to look at fire.
Now, what I decided to do was slide down that slippery slope, see where it takes me.
Shoot.
I'd be like, let me touch it a little bit, Let's see what's happening.
Chris, this one's hot. Smell my finger.
Oh.
No?
Hell no.
Come on.
It was slippery.
No. You
Chris actually
slipped.
said this.
You done slipped off.
Chris came in and he goes like this, smell my dick. And you're going to
He
say,
did. Take the ball.
where's your girl? Did she respond to you yet?
No.
By the way, the girl that he got, I like better than all your girls.
All of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's see if she even responds. Because Redhead's talking to me. That's fine.
I like redhead.
Yeah.
Fiery. For real.
The clock is ticking.
You got a clock.
Did you at least find did you respond to the chick with the tits or what?
No, and I haven't responded to her yet.
Don't most women have tits?
Yeah,
What's up,
but
Tits McGee?
you gotta see these. They're pretty good.
Boner.
Here we go.
What'd she say?
Madeline. No, she hasn't responded yet.
You can't tell people her name.
Why not? This is her last name.
And her address.
What's up with her? Is that a wig?
Yeah.
No, it's a
Probably.
real hair. Why are you getting on this girl? I'm trying to get this
You want
hooked
me to
up.
look at her titties?
She's a cancer patient, so she's wearing a wig.
No,
Like
she's
half
not.
of that picture is
It's not
tit.
breast cancer.
That's it.
She a hooker.
Oh, come on. Michelle, she's nice.
God,
She's
you're
a nice
mean,
girl. I
Michelle.
like her.
Oh, I like her there. Whoa, Chris. She wore vertical so you could really...
Yeah. Yeah.
Those are horizontal, but okay.
That's what I meant. I did the right way.
You did.
Oh, she's cute.
I think she's, see?
You're gonna have some fun with that
you're
psycho
busy.
titty pitch.
Slut shaming her.
I'm so sorry.
I'm trying to hold my sluts up. You know what I mean?
Where my sluts at?
She likes funny people, so you could introduce her to someone else.
You know a lot of comics, so this is great.
You like funny people, right? Well, let's go to this club.
Where would you take her, Chris?
If you don't say bowling, you are failing.
See who's Saturday night at the Stand. Maybe that might be perfect.
She looks super fun. I've changed all my minds. You shouldn't have showed me their tits first. Those are too.
You're not a breast man, that's why.
No, she's an ass. She's an ass gal, not a breast man.
It was the crazy hair. I like that.
Yeah, I like the beehive.
It's pretty cool.
But seriously, you should take her bowling. I have spoken.
Is that a big thing? Take her bowling?
She likes to bowl.
Her first thing.
Do you bowl, Chris? Have you bowled?
I haven't bowled in years.
Take her to the zoo, Chris.
You might
use the bumpers.
You might want to practice because if she's good at it, you don't want to look like a fucking chump.
You don't know that.
Are you going to take her to the Stand or what?
At the Stand is Artie Lang, Ron Bennington.
Oh,
Holy shit! If she likes funny people,
The two buddies together, me and Artie.
You guys will hook it up.
Derek Gaines.
He's great.
Keith Robinson.
Jesus Christ, what a show.
Paul Vierzy. And Adrian Iapolucci.
Oh, these are all terrific people. Everybody's
more.
great.
And more.
I hope that's Jay Moore. I hope the Moore is Jay Moore.
HR.
Sunday night is Gulman, I believe.
Yeah, Gulman, yeah.
Wow.
Third date?
The very attractive. Yes, no, don't take her to see Gulman. He's too attractive.
Oh, yeah?
Take her to the
That's
Artie
gonna
Lang
make
show.
you
You'll
look-
do fine. Artie was explaining that he blew someone in prison. He gave us that last night.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And then he mimed it, and I will never forget that for as long as
Really? Showed how it was done.
Yeah, he said he wanted to do it poorly so that no one would want to.
A lot of tea.
Right.
Did it work?
He wants.
Did it work? You're going to have to see the show, Chris. I'm not going to give away all of his bets. I feel bad for what I've done now.
So tomorrow, 3 p.m. East, Deep Tracks Channel 27. It's going to be GPS Chicago Blues.
Should be great.
It's going to be great.
Check it out.